buy their stuff.
Yeah.
And again, you can't hate on them, right?
No, they do what they should do.
So it's the basic principle of capitalism. Find a need and fill it.
Yeah. And
even if you don't like the people that much.
Oh, no, they do like the money. Yeah.
But the only color that really matters is green.
That's right. And we treat our green disposably.
Right. So as I tell black people all the time, until our pile of green is as big and as high and as deep and as wide and as leveraged as every other cultural pile of green, we will never be considered an equal at the table of democratic capitalism. Right? So we got stuff, but we don't have assets.
Right.
So we believe you make money to buy stuff. The stuff that you want that makes your life comfortable. White people are different. They believe you make money to invest. In other words, their idea is to put your money to work harder for you than you did for it. If you're working harder for your money than your money is for you, your money is pimping you.
That's right.
You ain't pimping your money.
I fully agree. That's right.
It doesn't mean that you don't buy stuff. You have to have stuff. There's things that we want to buy. But that's a certain percentage of whatever you earn each month.
Yeah.
Those percentages are way out of whack in our culture.
Completely. We get money and buy the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Instead of investing.
That's right.
We get the lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. As I said, the goal is to win, not to look like you're winning.
So that viral goes. It's not good. I tell you, on social media, it's there.
Yeah, you ain't winning. Louis Vuitton is winning. Gucci is winning. Armani is winning. Nike is winning. Your ass ain't winning. You're consuming.
Nothing.
And they're going to do everything in their power to continue to influence you to consume.
That's right.
And if you understand the research, all of these big brands have two different lines, let's say, of clothing. Right?
You're right.
One is with Louis Vuitton or Armani spread out all over it. So when somebody walk past you, they can't help but seeing you wearing an Armani. That's for us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But for them.
Oh, hi, Frida. How are you, my sister? Good day. It's so good to see you. Well, yeah. Oh, have a good day at work, my sister. Have a wonderful day at work. Oh, it's so good to see you, and I love you, my sister. Peace and power to the people, our people. Everyone. We don't mean nobody no harm. I don't mean nobody no harm. I love you, my sister. I was just watching everybody else, and I'll talk to you later, sis. Yep, I'll be back on at 12 midnight tonight. And you got my number too. Call me. All right. Y'all, I finally found some more George Frazier. I found some more George Frazier. This will help us put things into perspective. You know, I'm almost through with it and stuff. I just put it on and do what I'm doing. Whatever you doing at home, cooking, cleaning, the baby's hair, you know, washing walls, mopping your floors, whatever you doing, even sleeping. When you sleeping, put it on. What else you gonna put on and stuff? I mean, you gonna wake up, go to sleep, and wake up to the Waltons? For real. You gonna wake up and go to sleep to the Waltons. See, we gotta change that whole thing. Like I was saying, we gotta change that whole landscape, that whole lifescape. Our lifestyle. Yeah, you know how you be riding and you go through your regular way home. And it could be wintertime with snow everywhere. I need to pause this. Or it could be just nighttime. And sometimes it look different. You know, it look different because they done something. Planted a tree, cut down a tree. You know, added some flowers and stuff. But see, we got to do a whole overhaul like that with us. We can't just remain in this mindset that's been misleading us. And I know it's a lot. I know, honey. I didn't know none of this. I sure didn't. But good day and gratitude in this Face the Nation, and we are on Bolden Unchained. Bolden Unchained. We can be free right here for our people. That's why I'm here. You ain't got to hide none of the love, the emotions. If you want to cry for what happened to our ancestors, then you cry. If you want to cuss about what happened to Mary Turner, all that her life was and the life of her baby, then that's what you do. If you want to get upset, you want to stop ignoring your outrage at this whole system that's still just rolling along. It's like Elijah McCoy, when he made the drip cup to put it on the locomotives on the railroad, because when he came back, professional man. When he came back, that was the only job he could get, working at the railroad. So he would put oil on the machines. They would have to stop the whole train. And the black men would put oil on the machine to keep it smooth and stuff. So he invented the drip cup. And it didn't even have to stop the locomotive, the truck, the train. It didn't even have to stop. It just kept on rolling and stuff. They did things to make it easier for us. Everything. Everything. It's so marvelous, so wonderful to just learn about us. Sometimes I don't even know. I try to convey these things. Hi, Jelena. Oh, I love you more, my sister. I'm here. Face the Nation on Bolden Unchained. We here. It's time for us to learn, And so we are uncovering and condemning the many agendas, events, projects, operations. Let me get the comments off and stuff. And I love y'all. Let me get the comments off. I'm going to read my comments later. I always try to read my comments and reply to my people. I do try to reply to us because I'm not here to just keep reading and don't hear nothing y'all saying. If that's the case, the ancestors would have told me, hey, make this no comments, make it faceless. That way I ain't got to interact with nobody. I can just sit down and read and get up and go do what I'm doing. You wouldn't know nothing except for what you're hearing of that book. And who is that feeling like that? But you get my point. So we here to help Black America. We here to assist Black America and Black media, uncovering and condemning the many agendas, events, projects, operations, bills, laws, codes, the many studies, experiments. There's so many plans and courses against Black America. Full courses against Black America. In my opinion, we are the major study in this whole, in life itself. Life as we know it. I know we see everything being built up and it looked like, it's going to be a fascinating, futuristic world. And, everybody's evolving and progressing in life, but Black people ain't, and Black people won't. If you want to call the progress that we have made, this little meager progress that we have made, honey, we should have been no left white folks alone. We should have been no left white folks alone. Because what progress can you see out there now? I know we physically free. That's about all. We physically free. But everything that's been done, everything that's been made, everything that looks like it's glimmering and shining and stuff, it ain't for us. The only thing that's for us, Black America, is that sun up there. That sun that's giving us its all. Everything else that's living get a little energy from the sun, but the sun is giving us its all. That's why they called us children of the sun. I didn't even know. I think my whole life, being raised down south and stuff, I thought that white folks were perhaps the children of the sun. Jesus and God was white when I seen him. So, I don't know. I guess I didn't have no thoughts about it, in a sense, especially after I lost the book Roots. But that's as far as I went was Roots. Once I lost the book, then I lost the connection. Like Brother George Fraser was saying, connect the dots. See, we have to keep that connection with us. I don't care how you do it. You find some book, even if you got to read it first, before you read it to that baby. Because don't sit down with her talking about 50 African American. No, don't do that to her. You read it first so you can get the story in your mind. That way, when you read it to the baby and stuff, they'll be like, wow, Wilma Rudolph, it'll really excite them. Lena Horne, Shirley Chisholm. You see, we got to be creative with this. We got to connect the dots, even if we got to, redraw them. Because we know everything been faded, everything been whitewashed and stuff against Black America. I know the world on fire. I know the world is on fire. But Black America, we've been in this burning house since Martin told us. Yep. We know. Now I'm saying we know we've been in this burning house ever since Martin Luther King said it. So there's no reason why for us to just sit here and try to put out America's fire, but we still gonna stay in the house. That seems like what we've been doing this whole time. Every little smoke and every little, I don't know, every calamity that America and everybody else go through, we rush and get that taken care of for them. And then we go back to sleep in the burning house. So all of that's done with. Here, right here it is. You can go somewhere else you want to. Yep, I don't know how you found this channel anyway. I do not know how you found this anyway. And I thank you people for being there, my family. So I'm going to put that paper over there and stuff, because the only thing matters is if one person is here. And I might raise this up and you might be gone. But hey, I'm doing what I was told to do. So see, I'm not going to feel mad or bitter at you or nothing like that. At least you got a little seed of something. You got to hear something in this few minutes before I done even got to the spiritual part. But we are looking through a spiritual lens, y'all. That's why my whole view is geared towards the love and forgiveness and acceptance of our people. Everything is given to them. Our benefit of the doubt, our love, our forgiveness, our tears, our emotions. It's on behalf of our ancestors. Now, what we doing for white America is, we condemning their asses. I am condemning their asses. Malcolm told us. Everybody told us. Everybody told us. And now, this the end. This like the end game. I don't even really like sports. I don't know how I'm going to convey to y'all what the end game going to look like. I'm just making it here. Everybody else is telling it, been telling it. But why everybody seems to not be letting us know that now we need healing? How everybody been skipping over this man, George Fraser, and Toni Morrison, and Dr. Joy DeGrasse. Dr. Joy DeGrasse sit there and said, Black America ain't never had no healing. And I had said it before then when we read Racial Violence in Kentucky, 1865-1940, that damn, as soon as we stepped off the plantation, white folks started attacking us. I don't know. You're going to have to call me back. That's what the book said, 1865. Good day in gratitude. Good day. I'm wonderful. Thank you. Who is this? Yeah, okay. Yes, thank you so much. Yes. It's coming up on the what? On the what? Uh-huh. Why? Why? Oh, I know. I'm doing it myself. I'm doing it myself. I don't need your assistance, but thank you so very much. Yeah, I'm doing it myself and I will get it done. I'll find my own exposure and stuff. I thank you so much, but I really don't want to waste your time or mine. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye. Yeah, I don't need folks calling me, trying to tell me that I got to have their services. I don't have to do nothing I don't want to do. I sure don't. They ain't got nothing for me. They don't want nothing to do with this. Do you really think I'm going to believe that all these folks calling really want to address this for black people? That's why the draft riot happened. You already know the draft riot, yeah, because wealthy white folks was able to pay and say, hey, we ain't going to fight nothing for no black folks. And poor white folks and the other peoples couldn't do that. And I guess it was Becky that said, well, Brad, what about when you go over there and fight and you free them and they all come here and they take your jobs? So, then them white people, the poor white people and the other people, got upset at black people. Their rage shifted from the draft representatives to black people, and the massacre started. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. But yeah, family, what she was saying was that my website wasn't getting on the first page of Google. That's all it was. It's getting like on maybe the fourth page of Google. I don't know. But hey, like I was saying, I'm doing this myself. I ain't turning over nothing to nobody to do nothing. I'll get to that when my ancestors say, hey, now you can devote your attention back to that, because I'm doing everything myself. So, when I do start back on other stuff, then I'll probably, be shorter times, but maybe 3 times a week. I don't know. It's just whatever they tell me to do, how I'm supposed to do it and stuff. Yeah, but I ain't even for the bullshit, the manipulation and stuff with everybody now, because you have had plenty time and opportunities to help my people. Now folks want to be sympathetic. They crying and stuff. Oh, they need black people so much. No. And then to ask, how can we help you? For real. So yeah, we looking through a spiritual lens here so that we can find out, who are we loyal to? It's time for Black America to decide whose side are we on. Who are we going to stand up for now, y'all? Who we going to stand up for? We've been standing up for every other people except for us. We give them our all, even our benefit of the doubt. We give them our forgiveness, our trust. They don't even have to ask. And they're the very ones that we should be looking at very suspicious. Because in my opinion, for what I'm learning, honey, we not racist. And I would say I'm not even prejudiced. I'm suspicious. Yeah, tell it like it is when you're going to tell it about me. And don't go praying to nobody about me if you ain't meditating to my ancestors. No, you ain't got to pray for me. Don't be sitting over there talking about, I'm going to pray for face. Because I'm going to kick it right back at you. Yep, I rebuke everything. I sure do, honey. If it don't resonate, it's irritating, then you need to go. Please do. Don't cause yourself no undue stress about nothing I'm finna say. Because everybody done said what I'm saying, just different ways. They done said it just different ways. That's all. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know what wasn't important enough. But today right here, you got your choice. 2025 or 1965. I don't know. Black people, they got us in a time war. And ain't it a coincidence? Look at the greatness. Right there it says timeless. We are timeless. The very cosmos, that sun shining so bright out there, I want to rip this plastic off my window right now. But honey, up here it be snow next week. We be in 4 feet of snow. So, yeah, but that's just the sun. It's our battery. It gives us life, energy. It nurtures us. The sun, the cosmos manifested us. That's our true home right there. That's our true home. I don't know. They the one told us that whole Bible book and stuff about the Big Bang Theory. All they had to say was, the cosmos sneezed black people. The cosmos manifested black people. The cosmos is actually, truthfully, literally, prove it ain't. Prove it ain't. The cosmos is not a womb. Prove it to me. Yeah, prove it. You got your book and I got mine. Yeah, you got your book and I got mine. I sure do, honey. You better believe, Black America, it's time. It is time. Ain't no need to come sitting before us trying to sugarcoat nothing, trying to draw somebody in, because ain't no everybody ready to infiltrate. Because everybody know Black America is in another awakening. I didn't really even know about the first awakening. But that's what the book said, Red Summer, the summer of 1919, and the awakening of Black America. It's a Black America. Where do I got to clear the page of the title? It says Black America. Oh, wow, that's some big letters right there. Oh, that right there is just Defiant Lawyers Network. That's just his information. Ain't nobody phone number, nothing like that, honey, because we don't want to talk about this. We do not want to talk about this. So don't. And yep, I was trying to show you the awakening, where it said the awakening of Black America, but that's the name of the book. That's the title of this book. We done had an awakening. But this was free, physically free. Our first awakening, physically free. We wasn't on the plantations. Oh yeah, slavery itself. We probably had 3 or 4 awakenings during slavery itself. During them whole, 250 years that we were physically enslaved, we probably had so many awakenings and stuff, and find ourselves in metal mass for 100 years. That was an awakening, Yeah, just traumatized. So traumatized by white America. I'm here to find out. I know everybody want to know what's wrong with Black America. Why Black America like this? Black America so hard on each other. It seemed to me like everybody blaming Black America and want to ask why we won't come together. What's wrong with us? Don't we see what's happening to us? So I want to know too. That's why I'm here. Because it seemed to me like ain't nobody willing to say what they done found. Now, come on, everybody cannot be not seeing white America. In the midst of all of this, you ain't even got to look just in the United States. This just where I'm at. I know about the experiments over in Africa and stuff. I don't recall if it was the year before or after I was born. And it was like 19 million Black babies over there in Africa. What about all the sterilizations? Over there in Africa and stuff. Folks sending them rice that's actually radiated. Yeah. I didn't know. So, I'm starting right here in the United States, just like this book says, racial violence in the United States. Because I want to know why Black America can't come together. Why we won't come together. What's wrong? What's wrong? Everybody else together. And we see a new world coming up here too. I mean, you can't tell me you ain't even heard about the robotic dogs, the humanoid robot. Oh, hell, honey, they supposed to be able to get goosebumps. They supposed to have bad breath, get sleep in their eyes. Humanoid robots. You ain't even going to be able to tell that humanoid robots, they perfecting them. Yeah, they perfecting them. And it's going to be hard for you to tell if it's humanoid or if it's human. Hell, Sophia, the humanoid robot, Sophia got citizenship. Where is it in? Switzerland, somewhere. I seen it years ago when I first started, noticing, hey, what the hell is this? But yeah, they gave Sophia citizenship. I don't know where it was at, some other country. Switzerland, Australia. I don't know. Look it up and tell us. So see, so much is going on. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. And we still in the burning house. Yep. This ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work. We looking through a spiritual lens here. Yep. Ain't no religion. If you got religion, you know, that's fine, because that's all we had. Where I'm from, we didn't even have Yahweh and Yahushua. I'm not sorry to tell you that y'all dropped the ball and didn't make sure the rest of us got that memo. You know, some of us where I'm from, we might know Allah. We might know about Allah. That's arm, leg, arm, and head. Yeah. But see, all that right there is Farrakhan. And see, we can't even imagine ourselves having that much personal freedom. Because that's what it is. We can't imagine ourselves having that much personal freedom where we can actually say what we feel about what's been done to our people. Who else gonna speak up for black folks? Who else supposed to speak up for black folks? Who? Where they at? Because see, it's us. It's us, my people. And if we just know who we are, you know, I don't know, maybe y'all have finally decided to let me know about that the cosmos is not a womb, but I still think it is. Let me see. Because, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the womb is where life is being made at. The baby growing right there, the God ring. Yes, you know, the cosmos manifested the black man and the black woman. You can pick them together if you want to. I ain't even going to stress on that. We are living in a patriarchal society where the white man done made everybody in the whole world think that the man is first. The man is the provider and the protector, but he ain't giving birth. No, he not giving the birth. He not carrying that life. He ain't got the womb. The woman got the womb. So the cosmos that's giving birth up there, you know, behind these clouds and stuff, y'all, is rainbows being created, being born, stars literally being born, planets, you know. I mean, shooting stars, you see them just coming to life. And that's probably like a labor pain. That's probably like a labor pain in the manifestation of the cosmos. You know, it's so awesome what they've hidden from us. Oh, your mind, it's unchained. It's unchained when you find that personal freedom. And I got that out of a book I read because I didn't know what it was. But now I know what it is. And I know what I got. And that's my personal freedom to speak for my people. My ancestors said, hey, they've been telling you. They've been telling all of us to speak for them. When is somebody going to remember us? That's all they want. We literally been calling on a cat this whole time that white folks put in our hands instead of calling on a dog. But, you know, I digress. But, yeah, the cosmos up there behind this right here, the clouds and stuff. I ain't got no clouds right now, you know. But behind the clouds and stuff, y'all, is stars being formed and stuff, being birthed. It's planets, rainbows. It's even storms. And because the universe is so expansive. We read about it last night that, you know, it's not just one universe. It's 12 universes. It's a multiverse. All of that is you. All of that is you. I'm beginning to think this right here is some type of hell. All of that is up there. And that's where we going. So, yeah, we probably don't go to heaven. Black people, you really need to think about this. I know I'm going to try to tie it together, honey, but I'm just getting here. I've been here like, 2 months? Yes, you know. But I'm just saying right here, right now, yeah. Don't go to heaven. You better keep going. It's a whole multiverse out there. It's 12 universes. What it say? Each universe got 900. I kept the paper out. Oh, I kept these receipts out right here, baby. It's 12 universes. It's a multiverse. Each universe got 999 galaxies. Galaxies. Oh, my ancestors. White folks have really done a number on us. Yes, where is that number one receipt? Because I want to get it right and I don't even see it. But it's 999 galaxies. Each galaxy got 999 planets. Dr. Joy DeGrasse said, why these people tell us they lost the planet? They were wrong. They was wrong. They can see that little bitty scope into the universe and think they know it all, honey. Yes, they want us to think that's all it is too, but it ain't. That is not all it is. We haven't even been trying to critically think. Here it is right here. Critically think about it. I mean, all of y'all got different deities, different higher powers. You know, whose is right? Y'all's is the same as theirs. These white people right here, I mean, cats and dogs got 4 legs too. They even got a tail. Their ears is look alike. They're in the same places. You know, but they too different. They different. We know they're different. We know they're different. We even feed them differently. So yeah, we do appear like, you know, white folks appear like us, rather, you know. Yeah, it's just it's fucked up. It really is. Yeah, and I do cuss here when I get to going. I do. You know, I ain't gonna curse unless I get to talking like y'all. Yeah, then I'd be sitting over here cursing and, you know, and blessing you. Yeah. We got to stop that with us. That language, this language is not even our language. Y'all, that's why they kept that metal mask on black people for 100 years. To break our natural language, to break our consoling each other and comforting each other, you know. Oh, it's something. To break our hymns and our language. Our identity is tied in with our speech and stuff. White folks broke all of that. I ain't got no forgiveness. I don't. And Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said, I don't have to. She said that we need to stop forgiving white America. Look her up, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She said we need to stop forgiving white America. It ain't doing us no good. But yeah, you know, I'm not going to keep us all day. We can create a religion. Yeah, our religions are man-made. Yeah, and let me get to this right here. I want to finish this first, what I was saying to y'all and stuff, because it's 12 universes, which is the multiverse. Each universe got 999 galaxies. Each galaxy has got 999 planets, and each planet has 9 realms. We on this planet here, planet Earth, supposedly. Planet Earth, and it's got 9 realms. This just one realm. You mean to tell me you finna go to the next realm, which is heaven, and stop right there? Black America. You finna go to, and that's it. You ain't going no further. Because white America told you to. Well, I'm here to tell you, you better go further. You best to go further. And you know, because it's huge. You know, before a sound was even uttered, the cosmos was up there. That cosmic energy was up there, giving birth. Because before it even manifested, the black woman and the black man, it was still stars up there. It was still meteors and, you know, asteroids, black holes. It was still up there. The cosmos, just the energy of the cosmos just wanted to manifest. And it manifested us here. Yeah. Now, I don't know if we had done some foul shit in one of the other multiverses. I don't know what caused us to end up here. But you can come back when you leave here if you want to. I'm not sure if I will. Because if I do, yeah, I'm going to just, I'm going to tell the sun to blow up. Yeah, if things ain't got no better for my people. You know, at that point and stuff. And just assist Mother Gaia in starting over again. You know, at least try to get this right. Whatever reason we here on planet Earth. Which, you know, I already done said is to have black babies. Yes, I said it. Yes, everybody else been saying it because white America said it first. So, yeah, they was right. We need to have black babies with each other. I don't care. Get out of the room with all the white bunnies and go find you another room to sit in hell. Go sit under a tree and bunnies will just come to you. That way, you can throw the leaf over there, the carrot over there, and they can run over there where they supposed to be at. Dr. Umar been saying it for the longest and stuff. Dr. Layla, Africa, we different. Shit, don't act like you didn't know. Everybody knew. But, us that's, too distracted and, like myself was. Yeah, I already done said it and stuff. Yeah, I ain't pay attention to nothing, honey. I thought, hell, everybody else had it okay. Y'all ass is the one that graduated. You guys were the ones that graduated and found financial freedom. See, I didn't even know about personal freedom. But, you found your financial freedom. You graduated. So you had your some personal freedom with that. But then you forgot too. You just were like, oh shit, let me give me another tuff and put you another tuff in your pillow because it was comfortable. It was the nice, safe, smooth thing that is closest to white as you could ever get it. Let's put it like that. So we looking through that spiritual lens of loyalty so we can know who are we loyal to and why. Why? We need to know. How we going to heal us if we don't know? We got to heal us. George Fraser, he's a professor. Brother Professor George Fraser. Yes, that's him right there. This right here was 5 months ago. Y'all, this right here is his vision for black people in 50 years. I don't even know if we're going to make it that long. No. And the guy that did this, Antonio T. Smith Jr., he did it. He shared it 5 months ago. I don't know when the interview came out. Probably a couple of years ago. Because I seen one of his videos that was like 6 years ago. So, And all I know is Black America knew. Our intellectuals, of course, they telling it. Our experts, our professionals, we got them too. It ain't just white America that's got all the experts, all the professionals, all the scholars, because they ass don't know nothing. You listen to Dr. John Henry Lewis Clark, Dr. John Henry Clark. Listen to him. And what was that lady named? Mary Brockovich or some shit like that. And then as soon as he sat down, he told them, yeah, I don't debate with fools, I just teach them. That's what he said. So yeah, we looking through a spiritual lens here all the way. Our first and final concern is Black America. I know you done mingled and married and got babies with everybody. And all I can say to that is get your kids when it's time to go. Don't you let them go with not even Sabrina. The one that truly, truly loved you, because she didn't know that her uncle BJ was literally doing all those things and stuff like that, And she truly did, love you. But you get them kids and stuff because, her people don't. Her people don't. So, yeah, we're looking at a spiritual lens through and through here. Yeah. And we're going to talk about religion, too. And we're looking through a spiritual lens of resilience. Who else in the United States of America done survived racial violence like white folks did it to Black people? Dr. George Fraser, brother Dr. George Fraser, he's a professor here. He said that there's never been a slavery like this in the whole entirety of mankind, since everybody else want to bring up, oh, it was slavery here, it was slavery there. Everybody had slavery. And then still be going through the systemic racism and the overall oppression. It's so bad, it's so true. What our people been saying that everybody getting some of it now. Oh yeah, everybody finna get some of this oppression, honey. Sure will. Don't let them make you weak, Black America. You let they motherfucking ass handle everything they got coming to them. Everybody. Yeah, I know if it's some babies out there. Yeah, feed the babies if you see some little kids somewhere. You see an elderly lady done fell, help her. We ain't just, soulless. We got a soul. We got a heart and a conscience. See, we got to stop being like white America, because that's when we don't have a soul and a conscience. When we try to be like white America, which everybody that's done came over here and in the world, for that matter. The way I'm seeing this stuff, I don't care where you go. You better go to Africa and go to the right home in Africa. Because everywhere else you go, other people feel just like white America taught them. Just like white America taught us. That's why I'm here, honey. I ain't here for nothing else. Yep, I ain't here for nothing else. Peace and power to you. But just know, ain't nobody coming back. Ain't nobody coming back to get you. No. You gonna have to meet us halfway if we do come back. If you don't do nothing else and you stay your ass with Brad and carrying them, send the babies outside. Send the kids outside. Yeah, that's what you do. And we look through a spiritual lens of education. Because right here, we finna cover everything. Everything. If you don't learn nothing else and take nothing else from here after we done been here like 45 minutes probably, then at least take this. Teach your own kids. Just like Malcolm X said, only a fool will let his enemy teach his kids. Black America, let's not be a fool and a dummy again. Because we should have been got away from these people. And for all the love that white America and everybody else feel for the black man and the black woman, you know, making little beautiful babies, and they are some beautiful babies. But for all the love, why the hell y'all ain't never told us, hey, you know, my family, we're still, my people, we're still the same way. And this love, as much as I love you, I have to let you go. Where is that sincerity? I mean, for real. Where is that sincerity? That true love, that unconditional love for the black man and the black woman? Why does it seem like everybody and their mama's mama condones, okay, we'll let him be in the family and stuff, but we still can't stand black folks. And we're not going to tell him, though. Sabrina's in love with him. We're not going to tell him. You know, but they still make their little comments and stuff. You can still feel the underlying racism and shit, you know. But they do try to, oh, Sabrina loves him. You know. Just disgusting. And folks still, now they want to say, how can we help you? Like we gonna go help them. We ain't helping nobody. We helping ourselves. We ain't healing nobody. We healing ourselves. That's it and that's all. Yeah. And now I want to tell you about religion. And this right here was Professor James Smalls, y'all. Professor James Smalls, he's a brother. My brother. You can look it up on YouTube. The Reasoning, Wisdom, Knowledge, and Understanding. That's where I got this from. The Africans referred to God as the totality of creation itself. The totality of creation itself. Everything, the trees, the waters, the oceans, the lakes and rivers and stuff, you know. All of that. Creation itself. Even the huge rocks and stuff, you know, they were just there. They wasn't man-made. We know all these dams and stuff was man-made because I got a book that showed when Minneapolis was nothing but barren land. It was so beautiful, y'all. And the native Indians, black Indians, yeah, they was laying on the shores and stuff, and they were, you know, just reading, just enjoying the beauty of their land. How come it was this motherfucking white man standing at the shore like this, with his head thrown back like he was blessing? Yeah, blessing their land. He was taking it from them. See, that's what bless means. Be less. I'm not going to sit here and be telling you, be less you. No, I'm not going to be less you like that. It's that wordplay, see, that language. It's not ours. We got to start looking at it for what it is. There is power in the word. It sure is, honey. I bet every other word y'all say is cursing black people. From the very first time you get up in the morning, good morning, good morning. Ain't nothing never been good about our morning. It sure ain't. I know you got your financial freedom, but you still ain't got that good morning. Black America, as long as Black America ain't got no good morning, no good day, no grand rising, then you ain't neither. You don't either. That's that illusion of inclusion. However, I digress. Well, most humans break down to over 400 elements and minerals. Because, see, all of that come out of the cosmos. The cosmos is 12 universes. That's why it's 400. Well, over 400 elements and minerals. Yes, that's why. And all of that is in you. Because the cosmos manifested you. So don't it seem like all of that would be in you? See, white America don't really know what they talk about. They haven't really thought this thing out. I'm telling you, I just got here. Yeah. This ain't about what, since Trayvon Martin was murdered, by George Zimmerman. It ain't been but maybe 10 years or so that I just been writing down stuff I've been learning. It's been resonating. It's been resonating. Once you let it resonate, it don't irritate you no more, Black America. It won't irritate you no more. Just open your mind up. Why wouldn't these people tell us a whole fallacy, a whole illusion? I mean, they got the monopoly game. They the ones that created it. And that's on ground. So you know they done gave that same energy to the cosmos. To blind us to it. To blind us to it. Yeah, I'm not sorry to be the one to have to sit here and tell you that. Because if that was the case, I could have just kept doing what I was doing and just talked to people that I come into contact with. You know, I mean, everybody else been saying the same thing. Just differently. You know, just differently. And that's why we don't put on our true scholars and professors, because we know they're going to say it like it is. And I don't know, today, I guess you would call them folks, you know, yeah. We do love them and stuff, but, you know, they ain't telling us what we need to know. They ain't putting it how we can understand it. They ain't trying to confront white America for what white America has done. I mean, shit, he'll call it what it is, you know. But anyway, I digress. Well, we know all of those elements and minerals can be found in the cosmology and the rest of the ecology. When you take off your shoes, too. When you take off your shoes, the same elements, over 400 elements, it's in the ecology and the cosmology. It's in both, you know. Our hair. I'm letting my hair grow now, honey. I sure am. Yeah. You see how curly our hair is and stuff. White folks' hair don't do that. White folks' hair is like fair. Stop lying. Stop lying. So what, you cut everybody's hair off, you know, and shave it. Everybody got the little twirl right there. I know. But hell, their hair don't grow out of their head. Stop lying. We're different. Dr. Layla Africa said we different. Everybody said we different. You can listen to Dr. Jordan DeGraw and the graphic, the savage ravishness of them people should tell you we different. And all our self-hate and our, dedicated ignorance. Brother Dr. Ray Hagins, he coined that. I want to say in like the 80s or something, but I didn't write down the year that I found this stuff. You can Google it. Dedicated ignorance. We know it as self-hate. You know, she says that self-hate, I don't know, I forgot my train of thought. But let me get on back to religion, because I do want to read us some good stuff today. And you know we are on the 3rd chapter in racial violence in the United States. We are on part 3. Oh, yeah, I know. I get so excited and stuff just talking about us. Just talking about us. I know somebody think it's a fight. You know. Ooh, who fighting? Religion, y'all, is just a path to understanding. The path to the understanding of divinity. That's all religion is. That's James Smalls, Professor James Smalls. He's the professional. He's the expert, the scholar. So, yeah, you put the rest of them up there and let them talk to my people. How about that? Right here, we not just been a whole, the folks that Dr. John Henry Clark was debating against. We not just been to put their ass on no pedestal here. I'm not giving none of them the benefit of my doubt. And if you going to do that, then you need to leave and find somewhere else that you can comfortably do that. Because they'll never get heard here. Sure won't. If I ain't playing them where I want them to play at, you ain't finna set them up here and highlight them. No, I'm not finna allow that to happen. Religion is just a path to understanding divinity. Now check this out. Divinity is the knowledge of the cosmology and the ecology and your relationship to it. I just told us what our relationship to it. Our relationship is that it manifested us. So yeah, we are the parent of all people. Yes, it manifested us. We were first. Yeah, I know you probably said no, they're well-faced. Everybody got a wound. Every woman got a wound. But it ain't black, black, black. It ain't black, black, black. Stop lying to us, trying to make up these excuses. I'm going to get a Bible. I'm going to get 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, when it comes to that. But I need us to know the Bible is not our textbook for racial reconciliation, if it's any to be had. It sure ain't. And the Bible is not our textbook for healing us, for reconciling us, uniting us. It's not. The last thing we need at this point is to come together, forgiving white America. In other words, still ignoring our ancestors again. And as long as we ignore them, yeah, we finna repeat this. We finna stay in this toxic relationship with white America. Yep, they finna stay over us. We ain't going far. Yep. And you keep on and stuff, you're gonna be behind them smart cities. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see white folks, even old white folks, elderly white folks that claim they want to be safe, from black men. I can't even see their asses in the smart city where, it say like 9 o'clock sharp, the whole city closes down with a dome over it, and the perimeters is very guarded. And, they are safe and inside of their smart city, white folks. And then, at 6 o'clock a.m. or what have you, at 9 o'clock a.m., the dome opens up and, white folks can come out into society if they want to. I can't see that happening for white folks. No, I see smart cities being traps, camps for black folks. Yeah. They might be putting some other people there that shouldn't be here right now. But, don't put your hopes in it. So, yeah, so that right there, religion is a lie. It's misleading you already. Just that alone is misleading you already. Because it ain't even told you nothing about you being manifested by the cosmos. The most significant piece of information that we need. Since religion it wants to be at the helm, at the front of, our life, our focus, our existence, then shouldn't we know that the cosmos manifested us? Shouldn't we know when we look in our baby's eyes and stuff, we are literally looking into the eyes of the universe? We are literally, when you look into that baby eyes, the black baby eyes and stuff, y'all, you literally can see every multiverse. Every universe, and it's 12 universes. It's 12 universes. When you look into the black baby eyes, you literally can see all 12 universes. I can. And that's what I was saying back to when I was talking about the other on air, and I was talking about Uncle Tom's Cabin, and I was reading the book. I remember seeing the movie. But I think it is a movie out. And I had read some of the book and stuff, I read that he fell in love with the little white girl that had the terminal illness. And when he looked in her eyes, he fell in love with her. Honey, that was the programming of being a slave. That's what that was. That's what that was. Now, I know people say, oh, Uncle talking about Uncle Tom face. He was a hero. He returned all of those slaves so that none of them would be whipped and beat. That might have been true. But if it had been a whole bunch of white folks, honey, Tom ass would have ran with them white folks to try to get somewhere to freedom. He sure would. You can't tell me nothing. You sure can't. I'm going to get the Bible just so we can read it, because I'm going to tell you how I see it. I know what everybody else saying. I know what everybody else teaching us. Y'all do. So, yeah. And then again, Mary, Joseph, and Jesus is really Asar, Aset, and Heru. The religion telling y'all into that? No. Oh, and then you see that right there? The cosmology and the ecology. It goes right back to this right here. Look, check it out. I got it at the thrift store. I love thrift stores, honey. Garage sales and half-price bookstores. Look at this right here. You see that woman right there, that black woman? She's the cosmos. Yes, this right here is the man, the black man. Yes, it's similar to that. I don't know. Couldn't really get it together, but hey, I was just thankful and grateful that I found it. Because I was like, yes, it is right on time. And then I had the drawing anyway. Confirmation. I had the drawing anyway. Check this out. See, I'm telling y'all, we got to start being interested in us. I didn't put none of this together. The ancestors put this together. The same way you got your hope, your love, your faith in your higher power, honey, I got it in mine too. I don't put cosmic energy in no box. I don't know his name. Before you even uttered Yahushua, Yahweh, it was there. I can see that it was there. So yeah, I don't put it in no box. Y'all ain't finna have me calling my cosmic energy Yahweh, Yahushua. If you want to, then fine. I'm gonna read about it. And after we read it and I tell you how I feel, I'm still gonna feel how I feel. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know. Okay, well, Yahweh win. But don't count on it. You're not finna have me calling it what you learned in and stuff because, honey, there's Buddha. I might want to call it Buddha. He got the same history as Jesus. All of them got the same history as Jesus. They were Christ-like too. Buddha, he went to the temple at 12 years old. He fasted for 47 days. Jesus only fasted for 40 days. He was in solitude when he fasted by himself. He wandered to the fig tree at the end of his fasting. Then there was Dionysus. He was born of a virgin on December day. He was placed in a manger, rode in a triumphant procession. He was on an ass when he rode on the donkey, through the town like they said Jesus did. He was the Lamb of the King of Kings and Omega and Alpha and all that stuff that y'all Jesus is and stuff. You see, I'm talking fast because I'm trying to just get to it because I done said it before. This is how I feel here. You ain't got to come here, and be like, no, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. I'm just trying to get you to see how I think about it and stuff, how it resonates with me. Yeah, and you can go somewhere else and stuff. I see you over there, because I am trying to learn. But I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it my way. That's the problem now. We don't let white America teach us, Then you got, there was others, Krishna, Romulus, Tamun, Heracles, who is that? Horus. Horus was born of the Virgin Isis, y'all. And he was the only begotten son of Osiris. His birth was heralded by the star Sirius, the morning star, So, yeah, I'm just like, who's lying for real, for real? Who is lying to Black America? Because somebody done hurt us. And somebody's keeping us in this hurt, and they're not letting us heal. For all the love everybody feeling, and patting us on the back and hugging us and just stabbing us and stuff. We got more than 10 knives in our back, Black America. We ain't got no friends out here. Who's that? Dr. John Henry Clark said, we ain't got no friends out here. Dr. Claude Anderson done said it too. It might have been him. Everybody done told us. We ain't got no friends out here. But look, I had already been studying that. That's the woman right there, and that's the man right there. I did it over because it was getting old on the paper, and that's Dr. Professor James Smalls. So when I found the picture, it resonated. It resonated. Just like, we got our faith in Jesus and God and your higher power and stuff, that's not all. It can't be all. You gonna just resign yourself. It's 12 universes. We just found out. You gonna resign yourself, say, to the 6th universe. That's as far as you going. Well, that's you then. You go as far as you want to go. But please let everybody else know you can go further. You can go further if you want to. That's all you got to do. That is all you have to do. We ain't got to sway nobody to stay here and stay there and stuff because, honey, I'm going to the last universe. Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm going to the very last. So, I know it ain't going to be but a few. That's going to be like, yeah, I got to stop at the 7th universe. I don't want to go no further. And that's fine. That's fine. But please let other folks know. Let our people know, oh, yeah, you can go further than, just one universe. And please don't stop in heaven. Please tell our people, do not stop in heaven. All these clouds that we see is so beautiful and stuff, y'all. It's so beautiful in them clouds and stuff. You can literally look up in the sky some days and you'll see a puppy. You will see a heart in the clouds, It ain't no chemtrails, I do think when them chemtrails be dissipating, they be turning into shapes and shit. But yeah, you can see stuff in the clouds and stuff. Shapes in the clouds. I can. Yeah, it's marvelous. It is really marvelous. Then you can ask somebody, do you see that shape right there? They'd be like, no, I don't see that. It don't resonate. It do not resonate. But with us, It's got to resonate. It's supposed to with us. But see, we living like white America. White America done trained us in every way possible. And they done let the whole world know that they trained us. Yeah. We eat like them, think like them, breathe like them, dress like them, eat like them. We get our treatment and self-care like they do. Yep, we don't do nothing naturally like we used to because we lost our connection with our elders. We lost our connection with our loved ones. No, I'm not no victim, honey. Don't be sitting there talking about I'm the victim. You a lie. Our ancestors are the victims. Yes, our greatest ancestors. They the victims. They are the victims, honey. Frederick Douglass was the victim. Soldier of Truth, Harriet Tubman was the victim. Mary Turner was the victim. You get it right or you get out. That's what you can do. Yeah, because we're not finna sit here and play them games with you. Oh, no. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is, and you can go. Yeah, you don't get to come over here and sway nobody. Sure don't, honey. We going to heal Black America. We going to heal Black America. We're going to find out who the hell did it. And as far as I'm concerned, it was white America. It was white America. Well, show me something different then. Oh, shit, I forgot to read the copyright disclaimer. Ooh-wee. Copyright disclaimer under 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use. That's what it got, fair use. This is fair. Hey, I'm not telling us to go out and do nothing. I'm telling us to have Black babies. Get the hell away from white America. Just get away from them. You ain't even got to say nothing. When they come over your house and stuff, honey, just put on Brother Dick Gregory. Yeah, put on Dick Gregory. Everybody love Dick. Put on Dick Gregory. Yeah. You're going to know in 5 seconds, probably 3 seconds, whether it's irritating them or resonating with them. And they're going to get up and leave. Yep. And there you go. You already know. So, yeah, this is fair. We ain't talking about going out and, and starting no trouble and stuff. Honey, I don't even advocate violence. I ain't no violent person. I'm a mean drunk. That's why I don't drink. I don't drink. I ain't taking nothing. Now I'll leave my whole drink right there. Yeah, my whole cup. I done paid $7 for a lemonade. And I forgot it. And I'm going to leave the whole thing right there. Yeah, if you seen that I didn't drink it and you want it, then you drink it. I'm not. So, yeah, this right here is fair use to just study, to learn, to know. That's all we doing right here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to condemn it. I am. You ain't got to. If you don't want to, I'll do it. You ain't got to say nothing about nothing that was done here. Just sit there and keep your mouth shut then. Keep your mouth shut. So, this is fair. It's for fair use for purposes such as criticism. And I'm going to criticize. Yes, I am. For comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And I know I can't wait for the day, too, where I can just, really compact my videos and they won't be so long and stuff, because we do have stuff to do, honey. Maybe I get to the point where when I'm out and about, then I can be doing it and stuff. But, yeah, just be sure about going to heaven. Because, all of that I done said about religion and heaven and stuff, y'all. How come in 1915, this man named William Joseph Simmons revived the Ku Klux Klan because his ass had a spiritual vision, y'all. Wasn't nothing spiritual about that vision, y'all. But check this out. He said that he had a vision of robed horsemen galloping across the sky. Now, we know who was robed. White men on horses. The Klan. Shit. Don't be acting like Nelly. We know who he was talking about. Talking about they were galloping across the sky. And this was after he seen he heard about the brutal lynching of Leo Frank. And he saw the movie Birth of a Nation. And Birth of a Nation came after it was like the remix. How remix. Birth of a Nation was like the remix to the movie Klansman. The Klansman. Ain't that some shit? Yeah, we're going to look at all of that and stuff, trying to find out who the hell hurt Black America. And I got an idea. It ain't going to take me that long. It didn't take me that long to see who done hurt and harmed Black America. It might take y'all a little bit longer to get there, but Yeah, I already got my idea, and ain't nothing showing me otherwise. Who is the cause? I said it. Who is the cause of all of this? White America had every chance to say, hey, we're not going to let y'all keep doing this to Black America. We're on Black America's side. Because, see, when the state of Kentucky, it all ties in together. When the state of Kentucky tried to tell white folks that we're going to stop doing Black people like this and stuff, you know, and white people refused to do it, white folks were like, yeah, you going to do it then. And white folks made the state of Kentucky continue the immediate lynchings with no trial, no nothing. You know, if they did anything, they took the Black man, and mostly was a Black man, but it was Black women. We read about it last night. They took the Black man to the injured white woman, and she would say, yeah, that was him, without even looking at him. I say 95, 97% of the time, it wasn't even the Black man. But, you know, they had a man, a Black man at that, you know. So, yeah, we got to be sure and stuff. And then this man, William Joseph Simmons, he revived the Ku Klux Klan on Thanksgiving, 1915, on Stone Mountain in Georgia. Yeah. On Stone Mountain in Georgia. Some weeks ago, I was listening to, you know, some of our mentors and stuff, and it was reference to Stone Mountain. And I was like, why Stone Mountain? Who really? What's really going on? What is really going on? Who lying to Black America? Trying to keep us in this oppression and stuff. And now everybody getting it. Everybody getting some of this oppression, y'all. They finna get mad at Black America, just like they've always done. Black America, why you have to be so just ungrateful? Why you got to always want better for your people? Folks finna get mad at Black America. Y'all better see it coming. That's all I'm saying. You know, I didn't even want it to be like this. If I'd have known, I would have been a faceless channel. But the ancestors, they don't care about none of that. They said, remember what happened to them and who did it, because it's still going on. If they'd have known, we would have let ourselves be trapped between a rock, a hard place, and metal, robotic dogs, robotic humanoids, driving cars, flying cars. If they'd have known, we would have let ourselves been encased in so much surrealness. They would have told us. Now, you know, Benjamin Banneker would have drew us out of floor plan. So our asses could have got out of we could have caught the exit, y'all, in the airfare. We would have been able to take this exit that Benjamin left for us. That's what it means to at least think about us. Think on our own without having somebody prompt us. Don't make no sense. We out of time for that. I know you done lived your whole life for that. They died their whole lives for this. For us. Shit. Hell, just like the white folk didn't want to say, oh, we lied. We didn't lose a planet. We were wrong. Y'all don't want to say you were wrong either? How you, because yourself being faithful, loyal to our ancestors, to yourself, to the Creator, when you got it in a box? Yeah, you do. You got cosmic energy in a box too. What time is it? I ain't going to keep us all day because, you know, yeah, I will. We got a little time right here because I did want to go over this. Professor James Small, 9 minutes ago. Let me go see what this is right here. Hold on. My brother. Confirmation. Oh, yeah. And who is this? Susan Tata. Oh, my. We finna watch this. Yeah, let me pause it real fast so I can get to this right here. But I want to just tell us, you know, keep a song in your heart. Yeah, I just want to watch it, you know. I will watch it tonight. Okay, I know, right? Yeah. I love us. That's where it's at. And it's live too. Oh, yeah, we got the Professor James Smalls. It's live. It's him. So, yeah, let's just, oh, man, you know, I do be feeling some type of way and stuff, because, I don't want them to be like, wow, who is this crazy woman? Yeah, we ain't gonna say nothing. What y'all think? What do y'all think? Y'all think we ought to just go and watch his live while we lie? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to make my brother angry at me and be like, "Who is this woman that came on here and then everybody and she done misconstrued and stuff?" I just think like I think and stuff. I'm sorry, brother. I'm probably gonna head us on over there and stuff. But after all of this and stuff, if I have to hurry up and go and stuff, I want y'all to keep a song in your heart. Just know, honey, you can make up your own song. Sing to the sun. Sing to the sun. Sing to your ancestors. Think about, just call their name. Just say, thank you, ancestors. Them are new 3 words. Thank you, ancestors. Just say it. Teach it to the babies. I went over to my grandbaby's house a couple of months ago, and when I walk in and stuff, they automatically be like, power to the people. But I walked in the other day and stuff, and I was listening to them, and they were saying happy Black people. I don't know who they were listening to and stuff, but, it was just so adorable and stuff. Our babies, they just, yeah, they are a miracle. They are our miracle. We are a miracle, y'all. We are a miracle. So, yeah, just keep a song in your heart because it's healing for you. Yep. That's all we got to do is keep a song in our heart. I love my mama music. It ain't too many songs today that I'm going to even let you play around me. I will leave. I will get gone. But, so find you some 70s, 80s. Find you some good feel music, But the heart, singing joyful or expressive songs can nourish the heart, y'all. It can balance your emotions and uplift your spirit. Whatever song in your heart. I don't know what you like. What do you like? Sha la 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 la. Oh, baby. You like Al Green? Who you like? You might want to be singing jam all day. Jam. Oh, jam. Jam. Teddy jam for me. Yeah. I don't know. Keep your song in your heart. Because I got 3 or 4 songs. I tell you now. I've been having folks asking me, you ain't singing today? But I'm hoarse. Probably because it is, ain't it? But I think it's the fall. I think it's the fall. Shit, I ain't talking this long, that hard and stuff, I can see if I was 24 hours, But we got to keep a song in our heart, y'all. That's why white folks changed this whole frequency. They changed our whole music. Yep, they changed the way we even listen, the way we comprehend, because we don't even think like Black folks no more. They did this on purpose. The motherfuckers did. I think it's them. I ain't read nothing that's telling me it's nothing else. When I do, I'll let you know, hey, I was wrong. White people were manipulated. White people was hurt. I ain't found that yet. Our lungs. Singing helps expand the lungs and it improves oxygen intake. When you singing, we ain't got these big nostrils for nothing. We supposed to use them to breathe. Take a full deep breath. Our lungs love it. But we breathing like white folks. So, everybody pretty much a sneeze away from hyperventilating. Yeah, Black America, we are like a sneeze away from hyperventilating. Because we breathing like white folks. We ain't deeply breathing. We breathing like white folks. Stop lying. And our liver. Singing helps regulate emotions like frustration, anger, and stress. I ain't saying like, when you angry and stuff, go put on James Brown, Big Payback. You can. I love Big Payback, honey. I even wrote my own lyrics to the song. Yeah, because I knew he was substituting words for my people. Yeah, I sure do. Sometimes that's my favorite song. That's the song I keep in my heart. But see, that ain't saying that to go out and do nothing nefarious and get your ass locked up or something. Because, honey, I don't go to jail and see nobody. Nope. I don't have no money for no books and stuff. I might can write you a letter because I like to write. But, honey, it ain't even worth it. It is not even worth it. You might as well spend your time and your energy teaching your people. That's what you might as well do. You ain't got time to be getting caught up in no other aspect of nothing. We already hemmed up between a rock, hard place, concrete, the metal that's coming out. What kind of metal is this stuff finna be? Titanium? Is this finna be titanium robotic future? This futuristic world? What kind of metal is this? Aluminum? I'm just asking. I'm I'm just asking. Because you know a brother, not too long ago, one of our brothers, y'all, he was having a mental spiral. And he got trapped in one of them 18-wheelers. I don't know how he even climbed up in there, which I'm suspicious of everything anyway. But honey, don't you know his family traced his phone to that yard and told them, hey, our brother is missing. And we tracked his phone and it's to one of your 18-wheelers. And they didn't even do no thorough search. They should have had lights, dogs, everything. They should have had heat thermometers in every single one of those 18-wheelers, the front and the back. Honey, they didn't do nothing. Our brother died. They found him in one of them 18-wheeler trucks. So yeah, I just want to know what kind of metal is this and stuff. What is this new that's coming up? That's all I'm saying. I know it's a lot. Don't be worried. Shit, just be wary. Just know that it's coming. What are you going to be worried for? You ain't been worried up to now. You ain't been worried up to now. I bet you ain't finna go throw away that Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and Prada and all that, them white folks and stuff. I bet you ain't finna go throw. You ain't that worried. Just be wary. Just know what's going on. Okay. The rest of it will fall in place. The rest of it will fall in place with you. So yeah, and kidneys. Singing can strengthen kidney energy by fostering vocal expression. When you singing, honey, your kidneys is too. Yeah, it's just singing. It's the benefits of singing. Gratitude. Gratitude shields you from negativity. It makes you at least 25% happier. Yeah, we're going through this because I'm trying to get back to Brother James Smalls. Gravity rewires your brain. It eliminates stress. It heals you. It promotes sleep. Gratitude, just being grateful. It's got all of these benefits for you. Everything resonates different between us and white folks. The sun is affecting us differently. Food affects us differently. Reading a book affects us differently. Everything, drinking water, affects us differently. Eating, everything is different. We got a different affection for whatever's happening. You see, being grateful and improve sleep. Yeah, they can benefit from this. Hell, a dog, anything, a child, a dog can benefit from being grateful. When you come home from work and stuff, your dog is the first one ready to see you. Yeah, they're grateful. They love you. They're grateful to you. They protect you. They always there. Their ears pick up and stuff if you sneeze. Yeah. Gratitude, it boosts self-esteem and performance. It enhances law of attraction. Everything you're grateful for, honey, everything else want you to be grateful for that. It's like you grateful for, A, B, and C, all, honey, D, E, F, G, H, and I want you to be grateful for that. So here it comes to, you got nothing but abundance, prosperity coming to you. But see, we got to know. Brother Professor George Fraser said we got to connect the dots. I ain't even watched it yet, but I know he said it. And gratitude and improves relationships. Yeah, so we got all of that in our favor. We got all that in our favor. I know white folks don't want to hear this stuff, and that's too bad. That is too bad. White folks had every chance to be sincere with us. They had every chance to be sincere with us. Other people that's come here, they have also. Other people that's here, y'all had plenty of chance to be sincere with us too. You could have came here and told us that, them folks told you when you come to America, don't fool with Black Americans. You could have told us that. You didn't have to ostracize us and stuff. Oh, here it is, y'all. I know, right? I know y'all waiting too much. I am going to say good day. That's all I'm going to say, though. I think that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, the ancestors will let me know. Ooh, it's a brother and a sister on here, y'all. Can y'all see how lucky we are? Look at our people on here. Share screen. Okay, I'm adding the stage
You're
now.
corrupt.
I'm adding him to
It
the
puts you in a
stage
government, put a
now.
gun to your head, and said, if you do anything pro-Africa, you will be assassinated. So how many of our leaders did you assassinate?
I want to get rid of the
I count
comments.
about 20 in the last 40 years that you assassinated because they tried to make Africa for the Africans. And you said we are corrupt. We don't know how to govern. Then leave us alone.
That's
Go
what they
away
say about us.
and let us work our business out.
I wonder if I could get it on TV.
You know, if we get the West out of the business in southern Congo, I'm sure they can work it out. Let Sadat come in and sit with the people of that region.
I like this better. Which
Let the
one y'all
African
like
Union
better?
find the courage
Which
to
one
be
do
an
y'all like
African
better?
Union as Nkrumah and the others dreamt.
The screen or the TV?
And sit down and says, how can we stop the bloodshed and create an equitable situation so everyone can share
Y'all
in
like
the
the
wealth of this
screen or the
region
TV?
and rebuild your
We gonna watch
communities
this.
and build some hospitals and build some schools and build some roads and build clean water
Well, I don't guess it
possibilities.
matter then. We'll just leave it like this.
And we got all of the sunlight in the world. We don't need petroleum.
Oh, don't.
Let's build a solar system for what we need that energy for. Wind system. We got more water in the Congo. The rivers of the Congo could power all of the hydroelectricity Africa needs. The rivers of the Congo alone.
Because you know, I was just thinking about the rivers.
The rivers of the Congo alone can create the hydroelectric power for the entire continent. And we're killing each other over a few mines. But that's not why we're killing each other. It's not just over the few mines. It's about ethnicity. It's about nationhood. It's about history. It's about past atrocities that forgiveness and settlement has never occurred for. There's a lot of things going on there that needs to be considered and worked through. But you have to stop the fighting in order to work through it. So my appeal, if I had any kind of appeal at all, and I know I don't have much, but my appeal is find a way to come to the table and talk about peace.
It's the same thing.
Find a
that
way and come
was
to the
given
table and
instead.
stop the death and the dying
Mhm.
in Congo. Find a way to tell Europe, you go home, you got enough trouble in Europe to fix. You go to the Arab world, take care of the people of Gaza. You haven't with all your Arab wealth.
And
you can't
leave
take care
us
of the people
the
of
hell
Gaza and you're here
alone.
messing with us. Well, you just lost over 100,000 women and children and you're whimpering like little puppies in a corner and you're saying salam alaikum. You know, no, the truth is the light. I've walked in Mecca. How you dare say Muslimeen and then you tolerate genocide just so you can own a car and go to university in America and become a doctor.
Yeah,
and
how?
you shut your eyes to the
That's not
genocide
wealth.
of the children of your mother and your father, and then want to come and lecture to Africans about anything. You can't lecture to us about anything.
Okay, you can't tell me nothing.
You know,
Not even in the beginning. Not even
So-
in the beginning.
let us as Africans, let M23 sit down with the Congolese government. Let the Congolese government send the mercenaries back home. Tell the mercenaries to go. That same money, if you were paying your own soldiers, you would get better behavior from them instead of them raping their own sisters. Go to go to the African Union, Mr. President of the Congo, and say, let's sit with Mr. President of Rwanda and the President of Uganda and the President of Tanzania and others. Let's sit down and figure out how to resolve this problem and stop the killing of our own people.
Mm-hmm. We all got to do it.
And let's
All
not be
over
the
world.
uncivilized
Got to do
people the West say we are, because they've created us to behave like them.
Sure did. Told you.
Yes, they've created us to behave like them. And we're just enjoying behaving like them. We like what we see in the mirror, no matter how bloody it is. So I beg you, if I can't do nothing but be one African who beg you to show your African humanity, who beg you, if you believe your Tutsi ancestors had integrity and dignity and was of the God of the universe, then listen to them as they tell you, reach out to your Congolese brothers and find a way to find that table where peace can take place. We beg you, the Congolese people, your leader from Kasai, your great leader Lumumba is telling you, reach out to your Tutsi countrymen and find a way to sit down and have peace at the table for the sake of the people you all say you're fighting for,
For the
for
sake,
the sake of the people you all say you're fighting to protect. And our institutions, you know, the African Union, show the spinal cord and the backbone that Nyerere and Lumumba and Haile Selassie and Abdel Nasser, show the spinal cord that they had.
He talking about other ancestors. Yeah, in the
Remember
motherland.
how
Haile Selassie.
Gaddafi died and why he died.
Haile Selassie.
Show Gaddafi he did not die for nothing. By behaving differently than a bunch of little children playing diplomats locked behind some walls in Addis that is totally infiltrated with listening devices in all your walls. You can't even have a meeting that is private because the West have all of their technology and listening device in every meeting room you've got. And you had that sense to burn the whole damn thing down, rebuild it yourself so that you can have some privacy. But I don't mean to be offensive. I mean, only the truth will set you free.
Yeah.
As an ancient African dictum, not a Christian dictum. Know the truth, and the truth alone will set you free. And freedom is not the right to send your children abroad to be educated and to go live in another country while you brag about how
over here.
you're an African national. But you're not making, you and your family are not trying to build the African nation that you're pretending to lead. So let's Africanize, like Patrice Lumumba says. Africanize the government. Africanize your personality. Africanize your consciousness. Africanize your intellect. Africanize your families. And then we'll understand by learning our history how to erase the confusion and the mystery that Western corporation and banking interests are still spawning to keep us fighting while they're stealing everything of value that we have. So, I know my time is running out. You know, being an old man and a grandfather, I still have about 15 minutes.
He's a grandfather.
Please see if anyone is listening today.
I'm listening, my brother.
Ask a question or make their comment.
Yes. I think I could already see something.
Her name is Susan.
Soda was saying, Prof, what do we do with coons in our midst, our modern day Judases?
We have to organize those who are not coons. We have to come together and not stand as individuals. We must create united political groups. That's Africanized. We must create cultural groups. That's Africanized. We must create spiritual groups. That's Africanized. And what I mean by Africanized, meaning groups that use African culture, African values, African interests as primary. Groups that study African history, African world history, but look at it from the point of view of the African in the historical drama, not from the point of view of the colonizer or the Westerner in the historical drama.
Mhm.
And all of these governments, we have the technology to petition them through emails, to petition them through all kinds of other electronic means to let them know the views that we hold that's contrary to what they're doing. If they hear from millions of us and we let them know in the countries you are in, we can elect you. If you got an electoral process, which most country does, the youth can elect anybody they want. But you got to participate. And you've got to educate yourself. And with this computer, with these telephones that we have now, this is nothing but a tiny handheld computer. We can find any information we want on anything in the world. Do the research. Use the technology to help free yourself. And all of the different podcasts across Africa, find a way to unite. If you do, you'll be bigger than CNN.
Mm.
Ooh, y'all know how to do that?
Find a way to unite all of the different podcasts from all of the different nations and unite with your differing views and create your own CNN for the continent, your own Al Jazeera. It doesn't take money anymore to do it. It only takes using the tool that's in your hand.
Oh, my ancestors. We all will be seeing the same.
We can do those things
Black.
without it taking anything from us. You know, walking around singing songs and smoking ganja may look cute to white people who come and jump around with you in Africa, but they can go back to their safe and controlled Europe.
And they will.
And you left dancing with ganja in your hand and swinging your locks, and you're still living in poverty. And you think somehow that's liberation. That is not liberation. That's not what Marley was telling you. Listen to Bob Marley's music. Don't just look at people who are imitating his pictures. Listen to Peter Tosh's music and listen to the lyrics. They're instructing you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Burna Boy, who is your modern Bob Marley. Burna Boy is instructing you. Listen to him. Listen to Fella's music. These are your cultural icons, but they were instructing you. They were revolutionary cultural icons. Listen to the message of Fela Kuti.
The music.
And you have so many others, some I don't even know, who have come to tell you with their music how to conduct yourself politically and culturally as an African. Indeed. This is serious business. We will all die.
Yeah.
I'm about 80 years. I'll be dead in a few years. Even if I get 20 more years and make it to 100, many of my family do go there. That's not a long time. Even if you're 20 years old, reaching my age, it happened so quickly. You don't have a lot of time.
We don't.
And remember, our struggle is to provide food, clothing, safety, and security for ourselves and our family. That's the most fundamental of the motivating forces on the human being.
Mm-hmm.
How do we provide food, clothing, shelter, safety? So we can get a job, we can get a profession. How can you do that when all of the wealth of your country is being sold away or stolen away from you? And we're not building any manufacturing facilities to process the very wealth that we're sending on ships and planes to other countries. So we walk around in poverty with trillions of dollars worth of wealth leaving our land every day. Let's make some demands on our leaders. That's why we're fighting down and going to be fighting in Goma to take the raw materials and sell it to someone else instead of creating factories and industry so everyone in our country could provide food, clothing, shelter, safety, and security for themselves and their family. Bottom line, that the economic, politics, and culture where you live should be controlled by the ethnic group that lives there. And there may be multiple ethnic groups that live there, live together or you may be from multiple groupings. Share the wealth of the land. Provide the food, clothing, shelter, safety, and security for one another. And you won't have to beg anybody. The
Emancipate
world will not
yourselves
laugh
from mental
at you
slavery.
while
None
they
of
rob
our
you.
skills can free our minds. Bob Marley.
You know, this is serious business. I have to feed when I leave the show. I go to get my grandchildren, and then I bring them in the house. And my wife, who's also an elderly lady, we fix them lunch. And I've already gone earlier and bought their lunch. So we will serve them their lunch. Then we will make sure they do their homework. Then we will make sure they watch the news for 15 minutes to see what's going on in the world. Then we will make sure they do a reading from a book on something to do with African people.
That's what
And then they can go outside and play. That's what they do every day. That's our duty. You know. But if you can't provide food, clothing, safety, and security for yourself and your family, you're a slave to every and anybody else. You're living in poverty while you're walking on gold. You're walking on bauxite. You're walking on manganese. You're walking on coltan. You're walking on cobalt. You're walking on diamond. And you have rags on and you're living in poverty and some synthetic shoes made in China. And they who have no wealth are living in opulence, beautiful apartments, beautiful freeway, theaters to go to and relax. With your money, with your money, your gold, your coltan, your cobalt, your manganese, your diamonds, your rubies. They're living wonderfully. And you're begging them. Oh, please, Mr. European, I will come on a boat. Give me a job. Even at no wage, just enough to eat and live in one room in Europe and freeze in the cold when the winter comes. Look at me. I'm here in the cold, hat. I wish I could get on the plane and get to Africa right now. I will be in a month. I will be home. Oh, thank God. So, food, clothing, shelter, and safety is our motivation. How do we make sure we can provide this for our family, for our children, our grandchildren, our wives? We must do this by taking control of the economic, politics, and culture in the lands we live in. And we could do this without slaughtering one another. We don't have a single gun factory in Africa. We're not making any of this ammunition. We're not making any of these guns. Our enemy is giving these things to us, so we kill one another while he's stealing constantly. His planes are flying out of the country with all of our wealth on it. His ships are moving out of the country with all of our wealth on it, while we're shooting at each other and slinging an AK across our shoulder. And that makes us important, while our wife is in the street begging for handouts. And our children is walking around and barefoot and tattered clothes, begging for food. When we just killed our brother so that he would not stop the enemy from putting the wealth on the plane or on the ship and take it away. It's that simple. It's really that simple. We need to understand how simple it is. You don't have to go to a university to know how to be free.
So don't, I don't gotta go.
Oh, thank you. This is my Kente jacket made by my brother George in Kumasi. And so I have one, my wife have one.
The
And
mud
it
clothes
actually
from
is
Mali.
very warm in America. This is a very warm jacket. It is warm, it is beautiful.
It's nice too.
It's mud cloth that comes from Mali.
Burkina Faso too.
And Burkina Faso, yes. So, but just back to our conversation, because I know I have to go soon and pick the babies. Let's end colonialism. Let's end tribalism. Let's end regionalism. Let's create the Africanization, the one Africa that Lumumba was talking about. And yes, you can't just do it with just conversation, but conversation is where you can begin. where we can begin to talk to each other.
Mhm.
But how we train, I'm a good example. My people in America, because of us being enslaved in this country, we come from Cameroon, Congo, Yoruba land, Akan, Mendi, and I have about 5 others that makes me up. And some of the small percentage, 3% of the native people from here that you call Indians. So I am Pan-African. My DNA is Pan-African. I'm a Pan-African biological
That's what,
conglomerate,
Brother
you know.
Dr. Umar.
And many of us, even on the continent, many of us are. Someone migrated from Nigeria to Cameroon, and someone migrated from Sierra Leone to Nigeria, and someone migrated from Ghana to Gambia, and then someone fell in love, and then their children migrated, and then we become one Africa. This is one of my daughters. Let me just see. Yes, Naja.
You see, he answered the phone too.
Okay. Okay, then I can finish my show with Susan Tata because I'm on there and the whole world.
She's a
is
doctor,
hearing it.
y'all.
So thank God you picked her up.
Dr.
I'll pick
Susan
up the other
Tata.
2 at 3:40. Okay. That's the way the family hookup works, you see.
So we
And
still have another hour with you.
We argue, me and Carol was arguing this morning. We argue about different things we disagree about. Sometimes we argue about things that isn't even worth arguing about. But what we struggle for is to maintain this African family.
Mm.
And what we struggle for, when we see behind me all those pictures, how could I show you? All those, oh no, yeah, that's a good thing. All those are ancestors. See all those people there? They're the people that make me who I am. My great-great-grandfather, my great-great-grandmother, my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my grandfather, my mother, my father, my great-uncle, my great-uncle, my great-cousin, my brother, my sister, who are all ancestors. They be like, I'm their representative.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I'm the prime minister.
Yeah.
That they've sent forth. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And our ancestors will cry and keep crying because we're not doing what we're supposed to. We're breaking their hearts, even in the ancestral world. They're crying because we want to claim Africa, own our culture, own our spirituality, own our history, unashamedly. If my priest come and she dance in a grass skirt, I own her in her skirt. If her breast is hanging and flopping in front as she's dancing, and I will own those breasts that fed all of those mouths and filled all of those bellies that she gave birth. I will understand the integrity of the African woman, who's the leader of our ancestral realm, that I'm here to die for you. Lumumba died for you. Sekou Touré suffered and then died for you. And Nkrumah got overthrown and died for you. Emekal Cabral died for you. Martin King died for you. Or Malcolm X died for you. Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, they died for you. Yaa Asantewaa, they died for the ancestors that came before them.
Mm.
Why did they die? Because we have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah.
We have a right to be able to provide food, clothing, and shelter and safety for our children and our women. That should be our foundation motivation. And never give up. Never, ever give up. I'm sure when they were cutting Dessalines into pieces in Haiti after they betrayed him, he was still crying out, freedom or death. Never give up. Because we've got to be able to heal ourselves. And this fighting in Goma, yes, I'm proud that you defeated the mercenaries that came from Romania. I'm proud that you defeated the French Foreign Legion mercenaries, because they're confessing, they're saying who they are. And we didn't slaughter them. We released them to the UN. They're all hiding in the UN camp now. You know, you got your $5,000 a month to come and kill me. But I still sent you back, go home to your family. But we have to be able to look at each other and say, we will put these guns down in Eastern Congo. I know it's not that simple, it's more complex. But the discussion has to be on how we put the guns down and have a conversation before we kill ourselves off while the West just stand by and laugh and say, oh, we do not have to fight them. We just stand by, give the foolish ones the guns. Let them kill one another off, and then we will walk in and take over everything. We will call it peacekeeping. We've come to make the peace. So now you've killed off your best men. There's no one to fight us anymore. So now we will come in with our armies, and we will come with AFRICOM, and we will come with MI6, and we will come with CIA and USAID and French Foreign Legion, and we will come all under the flag of the United Nations.
Believe
we will still steal your
We do.
We will still steal your gold. We will still steal your diamonds. We still won't build your hospitals. We still won't build your schools. We still won't build your roads. We still won't build you shopping centers and supermarkets like the rest of the world, so that you can have a quality life, especially with all the wealth you have. So petition the African Union, petition SADC, petition the president of Rwanda, petition through emails the president of Uganda, petition the president of Congo and South Africa, and all in that region. Let them hear from millions of us that they need to stop it. They're supposed to be the leaders. They're supposed to be the highest of our intellect, and they're slaughtering our babies and our women. Let them see the shame. But yet we want to make sure that those who understand that they must defend ourselves against imperialist dominance be vigilant, not to disarm yourself, but to know to whom the arms should be used against. So we can do it. We could use this internet and social media to change the world that we live in.
I got something.
Have the courage to do it. Your voice is typing on the keypad and hitting send. That's all you have to do. Type a short note and hit send to your leadership. Not just your political leadership, to your so-called religious leadership. Because they're sitting there dressed up in their fancy clothes, calling themselves the prophet this and the prophet that, the big billboards, while all this is going on. Sitting, having dinner beside the very people who are pulling the triggers, who are carrying out the rape. Petition them too. So your churches will be empty on Sundays. Your mosques will be empty on Fridays if you do not stand up against those who are committing the atrocities against our women and our children. Because at the end of the day, that's who's suffering, our women and our children. So what can I say, Sister Susan? I'm trying to get rid of the cold that you gave me through the internet. Yes.
I'm so sorry. I know.
I can see this.
I'm sorry. We're just healing from it.
Really,
It's very true what you're saying, Professor.
Right.
That's just the reality that we're facing. And we can only do our work.
Mhm.
Like you said, we have all the possibilities to reach out. sometimes we just, I don't know, feel comfortable, but I see a lot of people, the suggestion that, you're saying here, um, actually, everybody has a phone. If they can connect on Pan African Daily TV, they can research all these stories. They can get contact. The world is so connected these days. Whether it's on Instagram or you type anything on
Mhm.
Google, it gives you a result,
X,
a search
whatever we're
result.
using,
Yes.
let's
The
use
situation.
this medium
Yep.
to let the world know that we hear the
Mhm.
truth.
Mm,
We see the truth.
mm,
We, as the youth of Africa, well, not me, I'm the old man, but you, as the youth of Africa, have decided that you will take the responsibility for your future in your hand.
mm,
Oh, that's us
Malcolm
right
X said, the
there.
secret to life is to have no fear.
mm,
The secret to life is to have no fear. We will all die, and none of us know when or by what means. One day. So do not be afraid of anything. Make sure your women and your children
Are safe.
can have food, clothing, shelter, safety, and security.
John,
Mhm.
Africa.
They've suffered enough over the last 500 years. We should end the suffering of our families, especially our women and our children. We cannot rationalize it with the bravado of a rifle and a pocket full of bullets that just killed the Moor, while the enemy stand aside waiting to see how many less do we have to deal with now.
Trying to get our numbers down. We so trusting.
And here we are. We will be free. I believe the African youth will take the leadership.
Oh, they are. Of course, they are, Professor. They are doing it. Sometimes, like when when the challenges come like this, we don't see what the young people, even most of the conflicts we're saying, this is selected topics. In Africa, every day people are just going on with their life, like nothing is actually happening. The issue, one of the things is like when these things happen, we are like the leaders pushing out this information. I mean, I'm telling you, the continent is booming like crazy. Young people are leading. They're creating businesses. They're creating impact in their communities.
Yes.
The continent is turning in its own way. Like never would it be erased, no matter what kind of evil they bring on the continent. It will never be erased. They would have done it 5,000 or 500 years ago, Professor, like you say all the time.
We will win. As Swapo taught us, we will win. But we have to be eager about winning.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Don't be stoic about winning. Oh, no.
I've never, like people dream of being football players. And I played football in high school and in college. But I only did it because I was big enough and I wanted to represent my people, right? All I ever wanted to be was a freedom fighter. That's all I've ever wanted.
It's in you.
When people thought I was crazy,
Imagine
here comes James with that black
our
stuff.
Freedom, our
He's talking that African stuff
Can you
again.
imagine?
I go to the parties,
Start
no
naming our
girls
babies
would
after
dance
our
with me. They say,
ancestors.
"Oh, you're just gonna talk black stuff. You're gonna talk about Africa." And I go like, but when I kiss you and I talk about Africa, the kiss tastes even better. And then there were some sisters who go like, that's a good African kiss. And even the one who fussed with me all the time.
Yes,
I've been
love
married
us.
for
Glad you somebody
54,
us.
almost 55
That your
years.
ass can be
So
with.
she must have thought the African kiss was a good kiss. And so don't be afraid to stand your African ground. Even with the people who walk by your side when they say, "Oh, you're going to get in trouble," or "Oh, you don't want to do this because this may cause trouble." Freedom fighting is causing trouble. You're supposed to cause trouble.
And that's the best thing to do. Just imagine how boring life would just be, Professor.
Ancestors. We're the ancestors' soldiers. We're the ancestors' representative going forward for the sake of protecting our women and children, who's our future. That's who we are.
Freedom movements and engagement, Professor, like you said, is the best ever thing to live for in life, and go back to your ancestors and say, yeah, I did it. I don't know any other thing that actually is cool, like just standing up for the rights of people in the world,
it's so
regardless
freeing,
of their
y'all.
background.
You just
There's
feel
nothing just
free.
cool like being engaged. I don't understand how people could just leave to just work, end their lives, and sleep, and then die someday without creating some impact. This is just not like challenging the structures upon whom we pay our monies as taxes, upon whom we work in their companies. There's just no way.
Mm-hmm. And what we do, let me tell the people, to get to a spirit, I always try to drop a little spiritual science. All I'm asking you to do, if you're afraid to fight, loan your body to an ancestor who's not afraid to fight.
That's right. That's all you got to do.
Tell Patrice, remember, Patrice, they chop your body up. You have no more body, Patrice, but guess what?
Give me your soul.
Use mine. Use my body, Lumumba. Use my body, Malcolm X.
Yes.
Bring your spirit in me and use my body as available for you.
Don't even be afraid.
Because I am you and you are me.
Being here. You ain't got to come here no more if you don't want to.
Even with the ancestors, it's Ubuntu.
Oh yes. Honestly, I can believe that there are a lot of people who actually, even in their let me say in their society where they're not mobile, they cannot act. I mean, you see activists everywhere. Even those that cannot speak, they have the language for activism. Those that are sick on the bed, they can text, they can post everything. We are many. We're just so many. And when you're a born freedom fighter, you're born. I was born like that. I started reporting things from the village to today. Everything that was not right, I would never stand for it.
And you remember what Stephen Biko said? And Stephen, you can have my body today, any day. It's getting old. It's getting broken down. My knees are bad. Everything else is working fine. Stephen said, Stephen Biko, the great baby from South Africa, that the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. Just reverse that then. The greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressed is the mind of the oppressed. Okay?
The mind, our mind.
Say it again, Prof. I was busy kind of like somebody was
Stephen said the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed.
Yes.
And we are telling Stephen, we hear you. So now we're going to say the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressed is the mind of the oppressed.
That's right, the mind of they motherfucking.
Perfect. Just on point. And we are many.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I do apologize.
We're nearly
yes, 4
billion Africans worldwide. Nearly 4 billion.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, my sister loaned her body to Harriet Tubman.
Yes.
Thank you. And so if we all loan our body to an ancestor, we will begin to change the world in the moment we begin to realize the possibility of doing this thing. And in African spirituality, it tells you that you can loan your body to any ancestor you want.
Who you gonna be?
Call that possession, but we got to take it out of the trivial context and put it into scientific reality. Your body is available for the use of any ancestor.
I loan mine to Professor James Small. I loan
I'm not an ancestor yet.
You're not an ancestor yet.
You know, but you understand what I mean. Think of it, brothers and sisters, on a very high level.
Thank you.
There is the macro.
Someday, all of us are going to be ancestors. We're not meant to stay here forever. We got another whole 11 universes.
Somebody just cut me off for some reason. That was a phone.
Ooh, sister said, I'm on my body.
Think now, when we're thinking on African spirituality, we talk about African spirituality.
Might come back.
What a lot of people is calling African spirituality,
probably halfway this time. I don't
Christian
know.
and Islamic, or the Abrahamic
talk to sister.
and Judaic of Africa. No, Africa is none of those methodologies.
Mhm.
African sacred science overrides all three of those Abrahamic methodologies.
The
They
sacred
don't work.
science.
They don't work. The African methodology, we use it every day and we don't even know we use it. The ancestors walk in you every day and you don't know they're walking in you.
Mm-mm.
What if you realize they're walking in me and you know
Oh,
to
my
invite into yourself and say, have your way with me. I'm healthy. I'm staying strong. I'm in good shape. So that you can use your mind,
focus,
your great mind
sound
that they
mind.
took the body away because
I
your
got
great
energy.
mind. You
Got
bring your
honesty,
great mind in my
sincerity,
body now,
and invite them in.
and you do what you do. You know, you do what you do. Oh, I see
Oh,
Mama
she's
One
been like this
Africa
for more than 50
here.
years. I just
How
love
are you?
him as he shares the
Love you
truth.
very much, my dear. Love you very much.
You-
So,
She says you've been her teacher for more than 50
50
years.
years.
oh, she's so sweet. She's being modest.
Yes.
She's been teaching me. She's been teaching me through all of those years. So,
He said she been teaching him through
but
all
I'm
those
trying
years.
to
We
give you
learn from each
something
other.
in the
It's
spiritual
time
warfare.
now.
Mm.
Make
We
your
got to get with
body
our family.
available.
We got to get with our people.
All of your Yoruba, your Ebi. When you come back to your Ebi, make your body available for the ancestors to return. The reason we have an outdooring and the reason we hold the baby in for 8 days, 6 days, is to make sure who have returned in this body we are now providing.
Mm.
So let's be clear what we're doing. Let's nurture our sacred science, right? So that we are clear that you can't ever defeat us. You can only confuse us in our own ignorance and let us defeat ourselves.
Mhm.
Rise out of your ignorance.
Rise, my
Rise
people.
out of your ignorance. Become your ancestors again. I've told you in some of my lectures, your mother and your father, when they gave birth to you, they were giving birth to themselves.
Yes.
So when they die in the bodies that they gave birth out of, they continue to live in the bodies they give birth to.
That's it.
So your ancestors
Oh,
forever
unexpected one.
riding on the wave of its constant creation and recreation of itself. But you have to be conscious enough to allow them to live in the new body they've designed for themselves. And that's where history and cultural teachings come in. And this is not spookism. This is what they call it. They call it astro theology.
Ooh,
Cosmic understanding.
cosmic.
Astrophysics can best describe African spirituality. Matter of fact, astrophysics is the only science I know that can describe African spirituality in a meaningful way. You understand? So let's not be afraid to be our ancestors. Sometimes just to make me strong, I go back on the slave ship. And I don't just suffer what the brothers suffer. I suffer the rape, the abuse that the sisters suffer on the slave ship so I can know why I'm fighting. I suffer the whips on the brother's back and the pistol to the head so I can know why I'm fighting. You see, it's always got to be freedom or death. Secret to life is to have no fear. This will never happen to us again because we know who we are. I am my ancestors. And my ancestors is the very thread to the divine, which is the cosmology and ecology and the universe itself, out of which we emanate. And it is our responsibility, it is the African's responsibility to heal the wounds that the abscess have caused in God itself by the way we behave. I hope people understand what I'm saying.
Got to.
We can defeat them
Yeah.
the moment we decide we no longer want to be them.
Yes.
We can defeat them the moment we decide we no longer want to be them.
Yeah. We don't
We
want to
can
be there.
defeat them the moment we decide we no longer want to be them. Then they die. The greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. The greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressed is the mind of the oppressed. Use your mind to guide your behind in the direction of your ancestors. Know that you're fighting for your women and your children to be able to wake up in the morning and have shelter over their heads, to be able to wake up in the morning and have food in their belly, to be able to wake up in the morning and know they're protected from harm. That's all we're asking for. And that's why we need to use the raw materials that God has given us to ensure food, clothing, shelter, and safety and security for our women and our children.
That's right.
That's not saying anything more than any human being on earth should say. But we got to say it and do it by any means
Any
necessary.
means necessary.
Say it and do it by any means necessary. Sometimes when I travel around the streets of America or even around Africa, and I'm driving down the highway, say from one capital to the other, and I see my people suffering when I know they don't have to be suffering at all. And I watch the ones who are causing them to suffer go by in their big SUVs, go to the airport and get on their plane and go back to their countries. And go home and talk about our poverty and our ignorance, which is not real. And come every day to drink from the cup that we have designed, to drink from the sustenance that our ancestors have put in that cup.
Mm-hmm.
We got to bring this to an end. And yes, now I'm being metaphorical, but study history. It'll erase the mystery. Study what's going on in the southern Congo and then all of the Congo. Study the life of Patrice Lumumba. Study the time of Kabila. Study the time of Mobutu and see the atrocities he committed on behalf of the West against our people. Study Leopold and see the 25 million of our people plus that he slaughtered in the Congo.
The ones he cut their wrist off.
Study the Berlin Conference that set it all up. With all of the nations of Europe and America and Canada and Australia all being a part of it from the very beginning. And all are still a part of it today. Now they tell us, oh, we will bring our armies and we will protect you from the terrorists. We will protect you from ISIS. Yet they've created ISIS. They create the very disease they want to protect you from. You know? And that gives them the opportunity to bring their military occupation into your country at your invitation. It is, oh, let us train your army. So they'll make sure they're trained a force that will overthrow you if you ever stand up as an African person. They haven't changed the formula since Nkrumah. The same formula. Because we haven't learned what the formula is. You remember the two groups that's fighting in Sudan?
Mm-hmm.
The one who was called the Rapid Deployment Force, that was trained by the Americans. And the minute the Sudanese people tried to build a government of their own, all of a sudden the one that the Americans trained are going to attack the government that's trying to recreate itself. And we don't get it. We still invite them. Bring your Navy SEALs. You got the best trained army in the world. Yes. The reason you have the best trained army in the world is to conquer other people. And then we get so foolish, we say, oh, bring your beautiful army in to my country. You know, we won't even search you. You can bring all the drugs into our country, bring all the cocaine and heroin in you want, and get our young people hooked on the cocaine and heroin. Then come with your FBI and tell us how to arrest them and put them in prison. Hey, USAID, wake up. Someone said, what happened to those who passed away without having any offspring? Choose one. There's so many children in the world that need you to be their father or their mother. And you can transform the DNA of any child with your spiritual enemy, with your love and your caring and your raising. And make that child just as though it came out of your womb itself.
Indeed.
Okay?
Indeed.
So that's why in Africa, every baby belonged to everybody. Nobody was going to pick, oh, the mother and father died and the child is an orphan on the street corner begging. No. That may happen today because we're pretending and imitating Europeans. That didn't happen back in the day. My father was not my genetic father. When he married my mother, I was 3 or 4 years old. No greater man as I've ever met walking the earth. He married a woman who had 11 children, and he raised all of us.
Wow, what a man.
2 children.
Black man.
My youngest brother passed away, and my baby sister, who is still my heart. We tell each other every few days how much we love one another, even though we're in our 70s and 60s.
What's their name?
But my father was such a great man.
He sure was.
And everything about him became me. He created me out of his very spirit. And so you don't have to genetically produce a child to genetically transform that child. You do not have to genetically produce a child to genetically transform that child with your love and your spirit and your energy and your guidance and your understanding. Me and my father are so close that the day he died, he told me the day before what time to be back at the hospital. I was busy running around with the Santa Hene from Ghana, who was our King of Kings, who was here in America, and with the mayor of New York. And I got there 2 hours late. He said, be here at 3 o'clock tomorrow. I said, I'm here. But I had the little baby with me, the one whose children you see running around me sometimes. And when I got to the hospital and I got the guard to hold the baby for me, I went upstairs. And when I got off the elevator, I see his bed was unmade. I knew he was gone. And the nurse came and said, oh, Mr. Small, your father passed. And so my first concern was that he wasn't alone because he asked me to be there and I was late. So I said, who was with me? So your mother was here and your uncle and auntie was with him when he left. I said, what time did he leave? She said, 3 o'clock. The same time he told me to be there. Because he knew he was going to leave at 3 o'clock the next day. But the day before, we had such a long talk. He gave me all the instructions, what to do for my mother, what to do with his papers, what to do even with his clothing. He even told me where his brand new Fruit of the Loom underwear was that he hadn't even opened yet. He wanted me to take that box for me. We was like tight like that, you know. So no, you don't have to be the genetic father of a child to be the genetic father or mother of a child. Your energy can transform the world and will transform the very genes, the very DNA structure in the child that you raise. It's true love in your heart. But I know I have to check my time. Okay, I still got time. I still got another 15 minutes so we can use that time.
Thank you.
I'll pick up the babies.
Thank you, Professor.
But I hope that piece I'm trying to say at the end. So we were talking about the war and the politics and that thing. But what makes us African is the same thing that makes the divine or the God of the universe, the God of the universe. And that is our realization that we and it are the same.
Yes.
We are the microcosm. It is the macrocosm. We are the miniature divinities. But we have to learn how to be divine.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us back to taking care of our women and children.
Do that.
Food, clothing, shelter, safety, and
Do that.
security. Control of the economic, politics, and culture where we live. Control of the land, labor, and resources where we live. And we can do this without having guns to determine the relationship that's necessary for equality of distribution of wealth to take place. Our ancestors already designed multiple models that we can use.
Yes.
And that's why the study of history is so absolutely essential. And despite the crisis in Rwanda now, look and see how Rwanda settled the issue using an ancient African ancestral system of those who were involved in committing the genocide in Rwanda. They didn't seek vengeance and slaughtered a bunch of people before a firing squad. They used an African system that required first admitting the crime, then forgiving for the crime, but working off reciprocity to the families to whom you had committed, against whom you had committed the crime, and becoming a part of the community again and be rehabilitated to be your human self again. Only Africa do that. Only Africa do that. And I'm not going to let the war in Goma define Rwanda
Me
and
either.
what they've been through. It is a crisis. Everybody, including the government of Rwanda, have to take responsibility for the ongoing crisis. But we can't lay that all on the shoulder of Rwanda and Kagame. Everybody involved in this crisis must assume responsibility, from the mercenaries in South Africa who were supposed to come out as peacekeepers and now playing the role of mercenaries, fighting beside the Romanian mercenaries and the French Foreign Legion mercenaries and the Georgian mercenaries from Europe. They slaughter us as members of the European armies. Then they come back after they leave the European army as professional soldiers and kill us to slaughter us again. And we pay them to do it. You know. So let's study the history of the region. Let's study the history from the Berlin Conference to today. Let's study the history of Uganda. Let's study British colonialism in Uganda. Let's study how they wanted to how the UN wanted to make Uganda Israel. You know, and then you'll understand the rise of Idi Amin Dada, who they made us think was an enemy. They made us think with their media that he was an evil man that was slaughtering people all over Uganda. They even made the Ugandans think he was evil. But study the history of Idi Amin. Listen to his speeches. Listen to his explanation for his actions. Listen to those who supported him, both whites and black. And so somebody lied to you one day. Then he lied to you in his newspaper, and his radio, and on TV another day. But any African, that would say Africa's for the Africans at home and abroad. The other day, they just pardoned the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, who they put in prison in America, who had committed no crime. His only crime was to say Africa for the Africans at home and abroad. His only crime was to say African people unite. His only crime was to say that Africans can organize to drive the colonizers out of Africa. But it's he sent one envelope through the mail and made a promise that wasn't true. So we're going to charge him with mail fraud, and that's a federal crime, and let's put him in prison. And even that was a lie. then ostracize them and kick them out of America. You know. And we saw them do the same with Yah Santiwa. She's fighting the British in her beloved Kumasi. In her beloved Ashanti, she's fighting for the sake of her ancestors and her people. And they're going to put her in prison in the slave dungeon and then move her from the slave dungeon to the Seychelles Islands where she dies, never to come back home again. But she's home now because Jerry John Rollins went to the Seychelles Islands and took her bones and brought them back to Ghana and gave her a funeral, a state funeral in Ajisu, a hometown. I was there at that funeral.
They did it also for Patrice Lumumba. They brought his tooth last 2 years from
Yes.
Belgium.
Yes.
Dr. Professor
imagine
Theophile Obenga
Yeah.
actually did that project. Yeah. Mhm.
So we've got a lot of history to learn and to understand. And it's a beautiful history because we fought. We never gave one day without fighting for freedom. Not one day.
Mhm.
And in some of my speeches, how Africa was conquered by Europe is one of the DVDs I have on YouTube, where I talk about the Battle of Islambata, where I talk about the fighting of Sechuaya, where I talk about the fighting of the great Zulu king, Bombata, where I talk about the great victories in the Sudan of Muhammad Ahmed, where I talk about the great victories of Menelik in Ethiopia. And there were many, many other victories we had fighting the enemy after the Berlin Conference. He didn't win Africa easy. He had to fight. But we did not have gun technology. And that was our weakness. And his gun technology brought us down to our knees. But we know him well now. We know him so much better now. Even with his gun technology and his missiles and his bombs, we know how to defeat him. Because we're in every house he's ever built for himself at home. We serve his meals. Whether he wakes up from his sleep or not is all in our hands every day, all over the world. Freedom or death. Become your ancestors. Remember your ancestors, and they will always be there to instruct you and to inform you of what your duty to your race is. Remember your ancestors. They will always be there to instruct you and to inform you of what your duty to your race is. Anyway, that might frighten people because it's small. He's saying all those dangerous sounding things. He's frightening us.
Brother,
He's making us
love
think.
us.
No. Reach out your hand, and your hands are open. And I will reach my hands. And
Donate
my hands open.
Pan
Don't
Africa.
reach your hands with your fists closed. Don't reach your hands with your hands turned down. Reach with your hands open to me. And
Do
I will
it,
reach with
child.
my hands open to you.
Mm.
Does that make sense? You know, if you
Big
want
time.
to understand.
Yes, I claim it.
African spirituality must become our reality. African spirituality must become our reality. That's how we will win and conclude these battles we find ourselves in. You know. And so again, we appeal to those in Southern Congo, and we appeal to the different organized bodies, the SADC, the African unions, and the Western organization and Southern organizations to please come together as forcefully as you can to put those guns down, to silence those guns, to let people come in to help our women and our children. And in whatever we conclude, have every single blue and white United Nations force leave our land and never to ever come back again. in any guise. Let our intent be clear. If our intent is to unite, if our intent is to share the wealth, if our intent is to take care of our women, if our intent is to take care of our children, then our will carry out that intent to its positive conclusion. Please visit the website of the Pan African Daily TV, and please donate generously to Pan African Daily TV. It's one of the webinars and podcasts that takes our information all over the African world. And we hope that we're giving useful information. So please, please, please join the Pan African network and contribute to the Pan African Daily TV so that we can continue to do this. Because Miss Susan could go on and work in other places. She's a woman with a PhD. She chooses to do
wonderful.
This, for you and for me. And that's why I have no problem coming home whenever I can and loan my tiny little bit of knowledge and my tiny little bit of understanding to this effort.
We subscribed. Oh. What happened?
And you've got to educate yourself. And with this computer, with these telephones that we have now, this is nothing but a tiny handheld computer. We can find any information we want on anything
I'm going to join
in the
this
world.
channel too for us.
Do the research. Use the technology to help free yourself. And all of the different podcasts across Africa, find a way to unite. If you do, you'll be bigger than CNN. Find a way to unite all of the different podcasts from all of the different nations and unite with your differing views and create your own CNN for the continent, your own Al Jazeera. It doesn't take money anymore to do it. It only takes using the tool that's in your hands.
Oh, I didn't understand how that worked.
We can do those things without it taking anything from us. Walking around singing songs and smoking ganja may look cute to white people who come and jump around with you in Africa, but they can go back to their safe and controlled Europe. And you left dancing with ganja in your hand and swinging your locks, and you're still living in poverty. And you think somehow that's liberation. That is not liberation. That's not what Marley was telling you. Listen to Bob Marley's music. Don't just look at people who are imitating his pictures. Listen to Peter Tosh's music and listen to the lyrics. They're instructing you. Listen to Burna Boy, who is your modern Bob Marley. Burna Boy is instructing you. Listen to him. Listen to Fella's music. These are your cultural icons, but they were instructing you. They were revolutionary cultural icons.
Wow, we got new songs.
Listen to the message of a Fela Kuti. And you have so many others, some I don't even know, who have come to tell you with their music how to conduct yourself politically and culturally as an African. This is serious business. We will all die. I'm about 80 years. I'll be dead in a few years. Even if I get 20 more years and make it to 100, many of my family do go there. That's not a long time. Even if you're 20 years old, reaching my age, it happened so quickly. You don't have a lot of time. And remember, our struggle is to provide food, clothing, safety, and security for ourselves and our family. That's the most fundamental of the motivating forces on the human being. How do we provide food, clothing, shelter, safety? So we can get a job. We can get a professional. How can you do that when all of the wealth of your country is being sold away or stolen away from you? And we're not building any manufacturing facilities to process the very wealth that we're sending on ships and planes to other countries. So we walk around in poverty with trillions of dollars worth of wealth leaving our land every day. Let's make some demands on our leaders. That's why we're fighting down and going to be fighting in Goma to take the raw materials and sell it to someone else instead of creating factories and industry so everyone in our country could provide food, clothing, shelter, safety, and security for themselves and their family. Bottom line, that the economic, politics, and culture where you live should be controlled by the ethnic group that lives there. And there may be multiple ethnic groups that live there, live together, though you may be from multiple groupings. Share the wealth of the land. Provide the food, clothing, shelter, safety, and security for one another. And you won't have to beg anybody. The world will not laugh at you while they rob you. You know, this is serious business. I have to feed when I leave the show. I go to get my grandchildren, and then I bring them in the house. And my wife, who's also an elderly lady, we fix them lunch. And I've already gone earlier and bought their lunch. So we will serve them their lunch. Then we will make sure they do their homework. And we will make sure they watch the news for 15 minutes to see what's going on in the world. Then we will make sure they do a reading from a book on something to do with African or African people. And then they can go outside and play. That's what they do every day. That's our duty. You know. But if you can't provide food, clothing, safety, and security for yourself and your family, you're a slave to every and anybody else. You're living in poverty while you're walking on gold. You're walking on bauxite. You're walking on manganese. You're walking on coltan. You're walking on cobalt. You're walking on diamond. And you have rags on and you're living in poverty and some synthetic shoes made in China. And they who have no wealth are living in opulence, beautiful apartments, beautiful freeway, theaters to go to and relax. With your money, with your money, your gold, your coltan, your cobalt, your manganese, your diamonds, your rubies. They're living wonderfully. And you're begging them, oh, please, Mr. European, I will come on a boat. Give me a job. Even at no wage, just enough to eat and live in one room in Europe and freeze in the cold when the winter comes. Look at me. I'm here in the cold, hat. I wish I could get on the plane and get to Africa right now. I will be in a month. I will be home. Oh, thank God. So food, clothing, shelter, and safety is our motivation. How do we make sure we can provide this for our family, for our children, our grandchildren, our wives? We must do this by taking control of the economic, politics, and culture in the lands we live in. And we could do this without slaughtering one another. We don't have a single gun factory in Africa. We're not making any of this ammunition. We're not making any of these guns. Our enemy is giving these things to us, so we kill one another while he's stealing constantly. His planes are flying out of the country with all of our wealth on it. His ships are moving out of the country with all of our wealth on it, while we're shooting at each other and slinging an AK across our shoulder. And that makes us important, while our wife is in the street begging for handouts. And our children is walking around and barefoot and tattered clothes, begging for food. When we just killed our brother so that he would not stop the enemy from putting the wealth on the plane or on the ship and take it away. It's that simple. It's really that simple. We need to understand how simple it is. You don't have to go to a university
Sure don't.
to know how to be free. Oh, thank you. This is my Kente jacket made by my brother George in Kumasi. And so I have one, my wife have one.
The
And
mud
it
clothes
actually
from
is
Mali.
very warm in America. This is a very warm jacket. It is warm, it is beautiful. It's mud cloth that comes from Mali
Burkina Faso too.
and Burkina Faso, yes.
Mm.
So, but just back to our conversation, because I know I have to go soon and pick the babies. Let's end colonialism. Let's end tribalism. Let's end regionalism. Let's create the Africanization, the one Africa that Lumumba was talking about. And yes, you can't just do it with just conversation, but conversation is where you can begin, where we can begin to talk to each other. But how we train, I'm a good example. My people in America, because of us being enslaved in this country, we come from Cameroon, Congo, Yoruba land, Akan, Mendi, and I have about 5 others that makes me up. And some of the small percentage, 3% of the native people from here that you call Indians. So I am Pan-African. My DNA is Pan-African. I'm a Pan-African biological conglomerate, you know. And many of us, even on the continent, many of us are. Someone migrated from Nigeria to Cameroon, and someone migrated from Sierra Leone to Nigeria, and someone migrated from Ghana to Gambia, and then someone fell in love, and then their children migrated to, and then we become one Africa. This is one of my daughters. Let me just see. Yes, Naja. Okay. Okay. Okay, then I can finish my show with Miss Susan Tata because I'm on there and the whole world is hearing you.
Yes.
Thank God you pick her up. I'll pick up the other 2 at 3:40. Okay. That's the way the family hookup works, you see.
So we still have another hour with you.
We argue, me and Carol was arguing this morning. We argue about different things we disagree about. Sometimes we argue about things that isn't even worth arguing about. But what we struggle for is to maintain this African family. And what we struggle for, when we see behind me all those pictures, how could I show you? All those, oh no, yeah, that's a good way. All those are ancestors. See all those people there?
Oh,
They're the people
look.
that make me who I am. My great-great-grandfather, my great-great-grandmother, my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my grandfather, my mother, my father, my great-uncle, my great-uncle, my great-cousin, my brother, my sister, who are all ancestors. They be like, I'm their representative. I'm the prime minister that they've sent forth.
And so we are. I sure hate to go.
And our ancestors will cry and keep crying because we're not doing what we're supposed to. We're breaking their hearts. Even in the ancestral world, they're crying because we want to claim Africa, own our culture, own our spirituality, own our history, unashamedly. If my priest come and she dance in a grass skirt, I own her in her skirt. If her breast is hanging and flopping in front as she's dancing, and I will own those breasts that fed all of those mouths and filled all of those bellies that she gave birth to. I will understand the integrity of the African woman, who's the leader of our ancestral realm, that I'm here to die for you. Lumumba died for you. Sekou Touré suffered and then died for you. Nkrumah got overthrown and died for you. Immanuel Cabral died for you. Martin King died for you. Or Malcolm X died for you. Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, they died for you. Yasatua, they died for the ancestors that came before them.
Mm.
Why did they die? Because we have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We have a right to be able to provide food, clothing, and shelter and safety for our children and our women. That should be our foundation motivation. And never give up. Never, ever give up. I'm sure when they were cutting Dessalines into pieces in Haiti, after they betrayed him, he was still crying out, freedom or death. Never give up. Because we've got to be able to heal ourselves. And this fighting in Goma, yes, I'm proud that you defeated the mercenaries that came from Romania. I'm proud that you defeated the French Foreign Legion mercenaries because they're confessing, they're saying who they are. And we didn't slaughter them. We released them to the UN. They're all hiding in the UN camp now. You know, you got your $5,000 a month to come and kill me. But I still sent you back, go home to your family. But we have to be able to look at each other and say, we will put these guns down in Eastern Congo. I know it's not that simple, it's more complex. But the discussion has to be on how we put the guns down and have a conversation before we kill ourselves off while the West just stand by and laugh and say, oh, we do not have to fight them. We just stand by, give the foolish ones the guns. Let them kill one another off, and then we will walk in and take over everything. We will call it peacekeeping. We've come to make the peace. But now you've killed off your best men. There's no one to fight us anymore. So now we will come in with our armies, and we will come with AFRICOM, and we will come with MI6, and we will come with CIA and USAID and French Foreign Legion, and we will come all under the flag of the United Nations. But we will still steal your coltan. We will still steal your gold. We will still steal your diamond. We still won't build your hospitals. We still won't build your schools. We still won't build your roads. We still won't build you shopping centers and supermarkets like the rest of the world, so that you can have a quality life, especially with all the wealth you have. So petition the African Union, petition SADC, petition the president of Rwanda, petition through emails the president of Uganda, petition the president of Congo and South Africa, and all in that region. Let them hear from millions of us that they need to stop it. They're supposed to be the leaders. They're supposed to be the highest of our intellect, and they're slaughtering our babies and our women. Let them see the shame. But yet we want to make sure that those who understand that they must defend ourselves against imperialist dominance, be vigilant, not to disarm yourself, but to know to whom the arms should be used against.
That's right.
So we can do it. We could use this internet and social media to change the world that we live in. Have the courage to do it.
Have the courage.
Your voice is typing on the keypad and hitting send. That's all you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Type a short note and hit send to your leadership. Not just your political leadership, to your so-called religious leadership. Because they're sitting there dressed up in their fancy clothes, calling themselves the prophet this and the prophet that, with big billboards while all this is going on. Sitting, having dinner beside the very people who are pulling the triggers, who are carrying out the rape.
Mm-hmm.
Petition them too. So your churches will be empty on Sunday. Your mosques will be empty on Fridays if you do not stand up against those who are committing the atrocities against our women and our children. Because at the end of the day, that's who's suffering.
Oh, I sure
Our women and our children.
believe. I want to hang in there.
So what can I say, Sister Susan? I'm trying to get rid of the cold that you gave me through the internet yesterday.
I'm so sorry. I know. I'm sorry. We're just healing from it. It's very true what you're saying, Professor. That's just the reality that we're facing, and we can only do our work.
Mhm.
Like you said, we have all the possibilities to reach out. Sometimes we just, I don't know, feel comfortable, but I see a lot of people, the suggestion that, you're saying here, actually, everybody has a phone. If they can connect on Pan-African Daily TV, they can research all these stories. They can get contact. The world is so connected these days. Whether it's on Instagram or you type anything on Google, it gives you a result,
X,
a search
whatever we're
result.
using,
Yes.
let's
The
use
situation,
this medium
yep.
to let the world know that we hear the truth. We see the truth. We as the youth of Africa, well, not me, I'm the old man, but you as the youth of Africa have decided that you will take the responsibility for your future in your hand. Malcolm
Well,
has
y'all, I
said,
think
secret
this
to
is
life
like
is to have
the possibly the replay, because I just seen my comment again. So I just want y'all to know that we on the right side. We are on the right side. Believe me, if we was on the wrong side, I would tell us, hey, y'all, we over here with people that don't even like us. I would tell us. But yeah, that was wonderful, wasn't it? And I don't know, I think it was kept repeating because I kept seeing the comments from earlier, on there and stuff. But it's on YouTube. Professor James Smalls, and her name was Dr. Susan Tata, Tatah. Yes, and it was beautiful. We got so many notes and stuff. We're going to talk about some of this tonight. When I get home, we're going to talk about some of this and discuss some of this because it's right on time. It is right on time, y'all. Oh, and we've been talking about gratitude, personal freedom, our heroes and sheroes. We've been talking about spirituality, how religion has trapped us. Oh, my ancestors, it's just so marvelous, so wonderful. Y'all have a beautiful day. Go outside. Get out there, hobble if you got to. Go outside, get some sunlight. We got to get some of it. It's for us. It's for us. That's like saying, no, I don't want no water. No, I don't want no water. I don't want, get that away from me. See, we got to be able to accept what's cosmically ours. If you don't want your son, give it to me. Give it to me then. I'll take it. Because see, that's where all our abundance is, our prosperity. We just got to be able to be okay. Just accept it. Try it. Give yourself a trial on it. To be loyal to you, to have the personal freedom to speak about you, your people. Yes, the good, the bad, the ugly, the savage, and the ravageness of it all. Because that's where our freedom comes from. And I know right here, we on white America and black America here in the United States. But this was pastor. Now see, all these pastors and stuff, I don't even resonate with them. I do not, and I wish they get on board and let us know, hey, we sorry. We did. We misled y'all. That's all they got to do, because we'll forgive them. We still got to forgive us. Because we still got to make sure we as a collective, as a people, survive. The only ones that will be left behind with white America are those that are deserving to be left behind with white America. Yeah. But yeah, let's not look at it like now we're not going to forgive us for this. We all have been manipulated. We all have been manipulated in this, you know. And then I just say our forgiveness is for us. You know, I forgive Snoop, Nelly too. I ain't never buying nothing of theirs. You know, probably won't trust them nowhere. I know I ain't going nowhere with them. But you know, yeah, they got to redeem themselves in face, you know. They better know who Khalid Muhammad is when he get here. They sure better. They better know who Khalid Muhammad is, Jackie Robinson. They better know whose side they asses is on. See, we got to stop following these celebrities and stuff, honey. Them folks don't give a word or a whisper about us. They never have. Ever since they stopped making us music that make us feel good, they was against us then, honey. They was against us at that point. So, you know, yeah, you know, but we got this. We got this. Just believe in yourself, believe in your people. Become your ancestors. You know, I done started saying our 3 new words is thank your ancestors. We got some more now. Our brother, Professor James Smalls, told us become your ancestors. Remember your ancestors. See, we growing, we learning. We gonna find out who hurt Black America here. Oh yeah, we finna find out who hurt Black America. It look like the same aggressor done hurt everybody. Yes, honey. But yeah, we'll finish this. Yes, look at all them notes right there. We got on that right there. It's on YouTube. Go check it out, and I'll talk to y'all tonight. Peace and power to the people. Yes, this has been awesome. You guys are great. I love us. We all it is. Ain't nothing nobody else worthy of this. Sure ain't. And they ain't getting it either.